Basically, it's when a black person decides to say, I'm no longer black, I'm powerful, rich, and therefore
No, I'm not really worried, man. Obviously, you've made me feel comfortable a few times. You said that pause.
Could you handle yourself if you went to war?
Slim athletic builds.
I'd go to war.
Can you manage a gun?
I'd go to. Well, I've never held a gun.
Okay,
What?
right.
But if I
I
was
thought
taught
you
to
shot a
hold
clay
gun-
pigeon last week.
I'm confused. What?
Have you ever shot a gun in general?
Yeah, I shot a gun.
You have shot a gun.
What kind of
I don't
gun?
want to talk too much. Back to what? Back to the
Oh
point.
my god, bro. Oh my god.
I don't know if I even got a happy birthday from you. But it's alright.
No, he takes this really seriously.
Yeah, cool.
No, he takes it really seriously. Like,
Oh.
listen, someone.
How did you remember that?
He went to my missus.
I've just done that.
My
I've
missus
just
said
mashed my head.
CJ when I arrived at his
I'll just tell you
party.
this.
He was like, so what? You didn't message me happy birthday today? So my missus. So you
I
didn't
said
message.
happy birthday when I saw you the day before.
And she was like, oh no, sorry, I've been really busy with the 2 kids. It's like, yeah, but
With
like,
2 kids.
everyone's wishing me happy birthday today. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
though, but
Oh wow.
you haven't messaged me.
childish.
Yeah,
Childish.
it's quite emotional. And then one guy, he couldn't make the party. He said, guys, and it's one of our close friends. He said on the day, he was like, guys, it's my niece's birthday, and I don't think I'll be able to make it today, CJ. I should be maybe later in the evening, maybe 11 o'clock at night. And then he sent a picture of his niece's cake. And CJ said, respectfully, I don't give a shit about the cake, yeah. And then he said about you not coming. He said perfect, yeah.
It's context,
And that's
man.
what I
It's
mean. Like, it's
context.
quite emotional.
It's
quite
context.
It's an emotional
With his
response.
birthday, it's serious, bro. Trust me.
Because that Don, I'd been speaking to him in the build up to the birthday do it. I was like, "Are you coming?" He was like, "Yeah, of course. I'm going to try and come after my niece's thing." And I didn't hear anything, and then suddenly in the group chat, he's sending stories and essays and
So what did you say? I don't care.
I said, "What?" I just said, "I don't give a shit," because I knew I was like, "Why don't address me personally?" Like, why don't say, But
Oh yeah.
What about his
I was
niece,
following
though?
along your birthday avidly, man.
thank you, I
On the
appreciate it.
Instagram and
that's
the
good.
you know
It was a
WhatsApp
really- it was a really
videos were coming through.
I was waiting.
Obviously, Trax is there trolling.
And he's also a very good videographer. He caught
The
some of
famous
best
speech.
moments.
He did.
The
He got
famous
some
speech.
entertaining moments.
did,
One of
yeah.
which I thought was quite funny. Right? It's
Which one was that?
you and what's his name, Doctor
Dr. Divine.
Doctor Divine,
shots.
right? Lining up shots at the bar. I didn't even know what kind of game this
That
was.
was great.
How many shots are you doing?
It's called a tequila challenge. So usually what you do is
Insert video.
yeah, what you usually do is you try and it depends on how heavyweight the 2 people involved are, but you line up. Sometimes it's 10. Actually, I've done 10 before. So you do 10 shots.
10
each.
shots each,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like bang, bang, bang.
Bang,
I've
bang,
seen
bang.
you 5.
And
or 10.
basically, I've done 10 before though. And basically, the kind of rule and obviously the whole premise of the game.
To get drunk.
No, it's a challenge, right? So whoever finishes the shots last has to buy the whole round.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so it's a little
Well,
you drew though.
that's complicated though, because do the barman let you get away with that everywhere?
Yeah, 100%.
You're drinking the shots before you pay.
Yeah, because they're like, oh wow, like they get involved sometimes.
Oh,
They take
okay,
it,
okay.
yeah. So it's a little
It's a vibe,
fun.
yeah?
Yeah, it's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Okay.
That makes sense.
And
I like the
then-
speech.
And
Speech.
And behind.
Listen, fuck Russia. That's what I'm gonna say. Right, listen. Have you?
No, wait, Jimmy.
Ukraine! Ukraine! Come on! Ukraine! I'm doing this for Ukraine! Listen! We're doing it for Ukraine!
Wait, Jimmy.
And England!
Wait, do you mean fuck Putin? Do you mean fuck Putin, not Russia?
Fuck Russia!
Don't say fuck Russia.
In that video, you would notice a blonde woman stood next to Siege.
Yeah, she a friend.
No, we don't know
She
who
was standing at the bar.
Yeah.
I thought when I went over that she was part of the party.
Yeah.
So no, I'm just watching. Yeah. And
Okay.
if you watch the video, you see that she's like biting her lips.
It does-
She's
it
looking
does.
at man and biting her lips.
Yeah, it does.
She
Yeah.
looks
She wanted to
hungry.
make. Was she looking for a bit of seed?
Gazing, and no, when they do the look, the
Yeah.
body up and down,
Yeah.
and then gazing. It's,
Was she with her man? Was that her man next to her?
But she
I don't
forgot.
think so.
She forgot.
I don't know.
Oh.
She was lost.
I think
Lost.
Do you know what? I think there's a confidence aspect to it. I think when you go to the bar and you're like, "Listen, boss man, let's do the tequila challenge." I think people get
It's always blondes.
they get
like
drawn,
moths
they
to
get
a flame.
engrossed. Yeah, they get engrossed. They're like, "What's going on here?"
Yeah.
They wanna
Yeah,
be
but you know,
part
like
of it.
not breaking the gaze. Like,
Yeah,
just
yeah. I
there,
did.
like,
When I
was
watched
staring.
that video, I was a bit like, "Oh, okay." Cool.
I thought she was looking at Divine though.
No, I think it was very clear. She
Nah.
was to be fair.
It was a video where
I know
I
you're
don't
saying it's hard to
Yeah,
gauge
angle.
which
No,
one she
I
was
don't know
looking
what-
at.
'cause when he's
Because I was trying to
We'll
look.
we'll let the people decide.
She's, yeah.
Is she looking at you?
It's very clear because you can see by the eye line.
Listen, I
You can
told
see
you,
the eye
it's very
line.
clear.
What do you mean? Like,
When you
it's a
saw it,
funny
though,
joke,
you see
though.
it might have not been.
No, because I think at one point, but then when he goes back, she's still looking.
He studied
It
the
doesn't make-
video.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But yeah, obviously I was there with the missus. My wife.
Oh, was it?
Whoa.
Great, yeah.
I didn't even.
My wife
Man,
was
the
there.
transition.
Oh.
Why would I
Obviously,
not have a party and my wife not be
No,
there?
but at that point, I didn't know wifey was there.
No,
and that.
she went by the bar.
I know,
I just rolled off with Richard.
so you were by the bar.
Yeah.
And my
My-
was
my
by the
wife-
food. Yeah.
my wife was
And then
in
when
Brixton.
later that night, when you went out to Soho House afterwards,
Yeah.
was the missus still with you when you went out there?
To be honest, only a few of us went to the Soho House.
Was the missus still with you? Was the
No,
wife with you when you went to Soho House on your birthday when you went to the club?
No.
Where did she go?
Oh,
Where did she
the
go?
late night shenanigans.
Where did she go? Where did she go?
She went home.
Hold on,
Why?
hold
She
on.
went back with a can I say names? It doesn't matter. She went back with another girl.
Why?
They went back because they basically said
You
you
go
go on to
It's your
Soho
birthday.
House.
Don't you want to say the missus?
You don't need to go. I'm independent. I don't know about you.
Yeah,
lot.
no,
So
so
Oh,
if
no,
you-
so you sent her home.
Free.
If you lot,
No, so you said to your missus,
if you
see
lot,
you later.
if you lot have,
I'm out.
No, this is a genuine question. If
I'm
you
out
lot are
now.
out, right, and your respective other halves
On your
are
birthday.
with you,
On your birthday.
and then there's a after thing where it's actually no, this is the boys thing now. We're doing a separate thing. Do you have to have your other half with?
For
you?
my birthday,
Or
I
can
probably
you-
would have stayed with my miss.
Yeah, on my birthday.
And that's fair.
No,
That's
everyone,
energy.
yeah, I
Everyone's
would've just
energy is
stayed with
different.
the
Only because it's birthday. That's all.
That's
Fair
it.
enough. That's everyone's
I said,
energy
you
different.
literally said, see you later, love.
My thing, my thing was, she was definitely was like, no, you. She was like, you go ahead.
Yeah, you
And I
know
was
when
like,
girls do that, they
Yeah.
mean,
I-
get
I
the fuck
said-
home
I
now
said-
with
I
me.
said-
Follow
I
me
said-
home now.
I said, cool.
No,
I was
girls
like,
go,
no, I want to go
don't
home.
mind. I don't mind. Oh, what do you think?
I literally
Barlow,
said, I
do
want to
it.
go home. I was like, I'm ready to go home.
Yeah, look.
She was like, go.
He didn't say it.
did.
She was
I
like,
said,
no,
I wanna
look,
go.
don't be silly. You go out. You definitely
Yeah.
go out. No, you sure, babe? Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't care.
Yeah.
She's
Also-
giving you like,
Yeah,
say
but
it.
I'm the thing is, I'm my own man. Like, if I'm gonna go out and other boys are
So you
out
didn't
for
want
my
to be with your
birthday,
missus for
and
your
they're
birthday.
like, come out, CJ. I was with my missus Thursday, Friday, Sunday. My actual birthday was Friday.
You're going like that's a bad. Is that a big
my
deal?
actual birthday was Friday. So
I see you every.
I'm confused.
I was with my wife
I was
on
like,
Thursday.
I saw
Friday.
her 3 days in a row.
Murphy is out in the sticks, right? He doesn't. Him going out in London, it's a big thing. So he can't bear be without his wifey. He doesn't understand. He's like, some men are glued on the hip with their
Yeah,
wife.
you don't have to be glued.
Ironic,
yeah.
I know
Yeah,
you're a
yeah,
little
that's
bit
what
like that.
I'm
slightly.
half and
I
half.
know you're a little bit.
I'm
Wait,
half
wait,
and
wait.
half.
To be fair, you go Dubai without your missus.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
do-
like that, don't
I
be
do
silly.
I do
You
a
are,
lot
bro.
about the
You are.
missus.
Now you are. Female free, bro. You
He
are.
came to mind. I've never stood with her. I'm always, I've had in the room. I'm doing my own thing. We'll talk.
Why didn't you come to our house, by the way?
Because I went home with my missus.
There you go.
Yeah, peacefully.
There you go.
And
you go.
I didn't want to bump into Love Island ex winners Amber, who I saw that your brother was with. Yeah, vibes in and chilling. So what you wanted me to go into the what's it? The Soho House,
Yeah.
which is full of demons
Oh, that's a bit
and women
harsh. Is Amber
who are looking to suck soul. And he wanted me to go to my missus. See, like you go home, I'll go with CJ,
Yeah,
and
but
then start rolling around with.
you must
with,
be held accountable for your own decisions. It's up to you whether you let
No,
demons
but
suck your
no, but
soul.
I'll be real. In that scenario,
Yeah.
when I've done all the maths and calculated everything, I'd rather go home with my missus.
You
Is that-
do like
you
maths.
don't trust yourself. Is that
No,
what
no,
it is?
no. I've done all the maths, and I realized when you're gonna go into a certain area or a certain place, and literally women are just gonna be moving to you, even though you're not gonna do anything. You can talk to girls, they're gonna be on you, yeah, or like get out, yeah. Sometimes when you're growing, you're like, I'd rather avoid being in that scenario, like as in like it's just long.
See, you had a good night anyway.
I had a wonderful night.
Can we ask? Are we going to ask Siege about his infamous speech? Obviously, he does a lot of good
You did a
speeches.
speech?
Oh, did you
You
see
remember
the
you
speech?
saw
Oh
the
yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah,
that
oh,
was
he
said,
great.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah, yeah. I was waved.
CJ, actually, let's just run the video. All right. Okay, so the recap on that is your love of Ukraine.
No, I think my advice to
You kept the energy as well because you
Oh, you
reposted
changed
it the
the
next
energy now,
day.
You said you love Ukraine.
100%.
You changed your energy
I
now,
always
though.
keep my energy, always.
Alright, maintain it.
But I would say is don't overthink things looking too deep. That was me being waved and saying what was in the emotion.
Oh, so
I
you said
maintain-
fuck Russia
I
and
maintain-
we
I
love
maintain-
Ukraine. Was
I
it? We
maintain-
love you.
Was it fuck Russians or
No, I
fuck
didn't
Russia?
Russia.
I didn't say we love
Fuck
Ukraine.
Russia.
Or was it both?
I
No, you
didn't
don't
say
know.
we
No,
love
in fact, no.
Ukraine.
He just went
Exactly,
Ukraine. Yeah. He
Yeah.
went fuck Russia,
Facts,
and then he went
facts.
Ukraine, and then he
And
went
what I
back
will
and said a
say-
bit more about
what
Ukraine
I
again.
will say, which is fair, is that obviously there are some Russians who are anti-war, so it's unfair to tar everyone.
Some.
Not,
When he
well,
said fuck
some.
Russia in this event,
Yeah,
there was
if
a
he
man
said-
in the corner with an earpiece. He went like that. Honestly, like
If you say fuck Russia,
no one made a sound.
He's a-
yeah?
he's a nerd,
Because there was
right?
loads of public people in the space. We hear the birthday. When he said "fuck Russia," everyone sat at the table. Just looked at him.
that's fake news. I think if you watch a video, everyone's laughing. I
Oh,
think
was everyone laughing?
I don't know.
Insert clip.
A lot of
There's
people
no
laughing.
laugh.
It was
Insert
awkward laugh.
clip.
It was awkward laugh.
There was no laughing. It was eerie. I tried to break the
Well,
ice by
the
going,
thing is,
oh, I
whoever-
didn't mean
when
fuck
I-
Was
Russia.
it you that was holding the camera?
Yeah, I was like,
Okay, well, Anton panned to a couple of other people to get little interviews. People looked a little bit
They're
confused.
like, what's going on? Yeah, when I said Ukraine, then everyone started going, yeah. A lot of people. I
yeah,
heard
that's
laughter.
positive.
I heard
When you said
laughter,
fuck
yeah.
Russia,
The
I
fuck-
thought like literally. I heard some people in your group say, "Bro, we don't want that kind of smoke from Russia." Like
Watch
siege.
watch
like,
that video again. I hear a lot of ooh, like kind of. When
was the bar owned by Russian? We don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
know, but
everybody dead in there.
you're speaking a lot, bro. Let me explain. So to answer your question, obviously not fuck Russia because some people who are Russian.
So
are
you're changing
anti-war.
what you said.
So I'm saying
Okay.
in the spur of the moment.
Okay.
I'm like the government, Russian government. What's
Okay.
going on? I thought that was obvious.
You said fuck Russia, and now you're saying no, not fuck
I'm talking about
Russia.
the state, but the state is Russia. Majority of
Putin.
Russia.
Why don't you just say Putin, bro?
Because it's not just Putin, though, is it?
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about the people behind it as well. I'm talking about the.
Who's behind it?
I'm talking about the alliance that's part of the movement. Not-
it?
What?
Well, there's oligarchs that are tied to it, right?
Oh,
I'm saying that
like
it's-
Roman Abramovich. Is that?
he's tied to it, bro.
So you saying?
There's a fuck him.
Bro,
Send-
like
are we
he's-
sending
if
for
you look at-
Abramovich?
If you look at his history, and you look at his CV, like he's corrupt, bro. He's been in the war. Like he managed an estate for Putin years ago. I didn't even know this. He managed his estate in Russia. That's how he got.
So
some of
what
his
we
money.
what we saying then?
I'm saying the connections, the affiliates. You stand with a pagan, you're a pagan, bro.
Okay,
I'm saying
right.
that, bro.
But what made you
saying
say it on
that.
your birthday? Like,
Yeah, it had nothing to do with it.
Because it came
Passion,
out. It,
yeah.
it
But
came-
we
it
were
was
just,
there.
singing
It was there.
happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
I wanted to
to
But
Russia!
also, I had a lot. Also, you know me, I'm a,
Stop doing that.
I had a lot of conversation. Yeah, I had a lot of conversation. A few people were saying they're worried about what's going on. You know, I was like, I was like, you know what? Fuck this energy, man.
oh, on your birthday, it's mad. Yeah,
but
it's
they were
mad.
happy
Yeah.
to be there. But a lot of
But they
people
were bringing it up.
they're
It's
deeply
mad. yeah.
worried about. I was like,
Why did everyone not go,
Nah.
yeah, woo?
What do you
CJ?
mean? You fuck the energy. What do you mean?
no, a lot of people were worried about and are worried about what's going on with Russia.
Oh, I
So-
thought you meant they were
so I
worried
was getting
about
whisper-
you.
No, not me.
Oh, okay, right.
So I was getting whispers about Russia and
On
what's
your
going on.
birthday, it's not
Okay.
ideal.
So
It's
you,
not
so you
ideal.
stood up for the people.
Because obviously I'm for the people. So if someone says to me, if someone gives me the mic and say, "What's on your mind?" Like,
Right,
I'm not gonna. It's very rare that I'm gonna be like, "Okay, thank you all for coming."
You were swaying.
I don't
back and
need to
forth
do
though
that.
as well.
I've been doing 7 shots as well.
Yeah.
So I was like, right, okay, I'll let you have it.
Sorry.
I'll let you
I
have
suppose,
it.
I suppose you could have said
Yeah.
worse, couldn't you? Could've said worse.
And you lot also always say, CJ, you sugarcoat what you're trying to say. Like,
Well, you
am
did say
I
fuck
really-
Russia, and you're saying not fuck Russia though.
Yeah, but
So
but
you're-
that's bipolar.
you're
That's me.
backtracking.
Yeah, but that's
You're
what I do.
backtracking.
That's the story of what I do on the pod. I say one thing, and then a few minutes later, I'm like, no, I didn't mean that. And then people say, why does CJ always contradict himself?
Why?
A
why are you
few
worried
of the
about that?
comments.
you get it?
Should we just
You're
have
really
a look
worried.
at
Oh,
the?
the latest
I love the
comments. They triggered
I
Siege.
no, honestly,
Yeah.
no. Let me
This
tell you.
Personal, it's quite personal.
No,
isn't
not
it?
at all.
I think it's Hugh's fault because he sent them to the group.
No, I
I
love
think I
sent them
sent
to the
them.
group.
Sent
I
who?
think I sent them.
Comments, or was you?
I
Yeah.
think I
Oh
did,
no! Everyone sends the comments. We all do it. Listen,
It hurt him though, bro.
No,
It
can I
really
be
hit
real?
him
Can I
hard.
be
He
real?
went, "Hey guys, just let you know, I've gone back and read the comments
I
that you
do.
have said,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't care about them at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
They mean
I'm-
nothing to me."
You've lost it there. I love the comments, bro. I love the comments.
okay.
'Cause I'm getting one thing on YouTube and another thing on my Instagram. Just as a FYI.
Okay. We've got one from Max Michael here. Love to everyone who does leave comments. He says, I love how CJ constantly talks about building the empire. The guy is addicted to that weird grind set headspace. In 10 years, he'll still be talking about building the empire.
I think that's a fair comment. Though.
Is it? What?
I think that was quite calm.
No, I don't think that's
quite calm.
I don't,
Is it?
no,
Yeah,
but
that's a quite calm. Yeah.
but I'm saying
because
that's-
he doesn't obviously believe in it the same way CJ
yeah,
does.
that's
fair
the
enough.
opinion. That's the
That's
opinion.
his opinion.
So
And
what is he saying to
Well,
you?
let me just counter that comment with a very similar comment,
Okay.
exactly along the same lines, where someone has said, "I swear
So
to
you're
you,
saying
I'm
another
reading,
comment.
I'm reading,
Let's go.
because I get,
Man,
you
go.
need to understand the bipolar.
Let's
and
do
the
it. Let's
energy.
do it. We'll all choose a
I've
comment.
got the
Everybody
cult-
choose a
I've
comment.
got the cult following,
next.
and I've got the, I don't know, maybe questionable, whatever. But then someone says, "Yeah, it's funny when you start talking about like legacy in the empire, but you're likable, so it's also endearing. Some man can pull that off without sounding like a dick." You could say that, yeah. Some man can't pull that off without sounding.
That's a nice DM.
That's a nice thing, but
Yeah,
Sage, you got to balance it and take some of this one as well. Because you obviously your DMs are going to be the lovely ones, bro. But taking some of the.
This is what I'm trying to say. This is why I say the comparisons will Ye come in, because you see it like because.
Do you see yourself as a Ye?
From what I've been told, I'm like, if I'm
No.
the Ye in terms of the personality, I'll take it because not everyone's.
How
gonna
does
love
that
me.
work? Is that bipolar?
I'm a little. I get. He calls me bipolar every day.
Oh,
No, don't.
You
really?
say I'm bipolar. You know you do. That's why he's laughing.
Do you say that?
Him and my
I'm
boy
not a
Amal.
doctor. I'm not a doctor.
Him and Amal say that I'm bipolar,
Right.
and I actually would like to be tested. I don't know, maybe.
You do
Oh,
need to be tested,
I
yeah.
don't know, maybe.
One of my
Diagnosed,
favourite comments.
yeah.
We're going on round. Comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got this one. You like this one? We'll just dissect it.
Go on.
Trax is high key, one of the funniest guys on the internet.
so you're talking about
His
himself.
timing is so on point every time.
Wow.
Let's just discuss that one because I like that one. It's
Is
got
that is that one of your burner
Oh, okay.
accounts?
No, I don't know that.
Are you right?
We got Walcott. Walcott. No, come on. Let's talk
Okay, I'll say my piece. This is very important. Just let me,
no,
let
so
me say what I
you're
got to
still
say.
talking.
Let me say what I got to say. No, it's about this. It's about this. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. The comment.
I would say for me, the way I see you, like, and this is me freely. Yeah, you are definitely. I'd almost compare you to like poet. Like you're a classic troll. Yeah, you're the funny man. He's a funny man, right? Funny man.
That's fair, yeah.
I'd say I'm the money man. So that's the main difference.
Funny man and money,
That's
man.
it.
You're
bro.
talking about how struggles
Bro, I'll be
earlier.
real. Like that's the difference. Like I feel like you is like tell me a joke, like knock ting. You see it like that's
Knock knock.
So,
Yeah,
so
like,
do you agree with
yeah.
that comment? Then do you agree with that comment?
what's the comment that you're one of the,
The
I
funniest
think
guys
you're-
on the internet.
Bro, I think you're super
On the
funny.
internet,
I think
though.
you're,
Yeah,
I think you're
timing's
super
on
funny,
point every
and I
time.
think you are a troll. But I think poets also super funny and a troll.
Is he popular?
No,
Does he get a lot
no,
of
no.
good comments?
Poet's not that funny, bro. No, he's not a troll. He's not a troll.
He's not stand-up
Like you remind me of Loon, someone like that. Or, do you know
Loons.
what I'm saying? Like, but you know what I mean? Though, that comedic kind of don't care kind of thing.
What's your comment? What you got?
My comment is,
There's a lot of tracks comments there. So
will CJ free it this episode? Man's never done it.
No.
Just
right.
give him political answers.
Yeah. No, to be honest, and shout out to that Don because he's probably
No,
one of our
that
biggest
is
fans.
no.
He's
Do
one
you
of
see
our
what you're doing
biggest
here?
fans.
Do you see what you're doing here?
I'm saying it in a respectful manner. He says, I think if it's the same Don, he's the one that says CJ Tiny pass out. Like, I don't know if he's bless him, and I know he'll be watching. I don't know if he's mentally right. I'm saying respectful. I don't know if he
That's not respectful.
I'm saying it politely. He's a great guy, but I don't know if he's all there. Upstairs.
why? Why you say that? Why?
Because he says
Because he's left a
sometimes-
comment.
No, because if it's the same Don I think you're talking about,
No, it
the
doesn't matter who
Kirsten,
it-
the Kirsten guy,
Kirsten.
Oh, it's so different.
Carlson Kirsten.
Is it the same guy?
It's Carlson Kirsten.
Wow, you
Hey, no.
studied this comment section. Oh my! Did that one hurt?
No, because
He's got the names. Who said that one?
He's the one that says Tiny Timber pass out. He's
Kirsten. Yes.
He's
Mate,
the
what's-
one. He's the one that says Chase moving madder than Rick Ross in a buffet. Like, you know what I mean? It's like
You know what,
Like,
bro?
you're
Why
You're
is
mem-
that-
he's memorizing comments.
because I've got
Oh, is that a comment from videos ago
I've
as
got a
well?
good memory. I've got a really
Okay.
good memory. So yeah, so
So who are your top three commenters then? Do you know
basically,
their
I
names?
love the comments. I love the comments, bro. I don't take the. You man need to understand. I don't really take the comments that deeply. I love the fact that people
all
are even
fun.
talking about me. For me, that's
And they're like, I feel like the comments that people leave, they're never going in. They're usually constructive, and they're like, I feel like they are family. These are the same people that leave the comments
They're
every
same
week.
people.
Well, can you
Good taste.
tell us
Listen to
then?
good
Can you
taste.
tell us then why? What's your reasoning for screen grabbing one of the
'Cause I
comments
really
and
liked
then
it.
posting it
'Cause
on
I
your
really
Instagram?
liked it. I thought it was
And the one you
obvious.
screen
I
grabbed was
really liked it.
CJ is a classic estate
I
agent
loved it.
or recruitment
I wrote-
agent, a natural bullshitter.
That was really weird
and
that you
posted
you
it.
lot thought I was. I didn't really. You lot thought that I took that to heart.
So
I
what were you
because I
posting it for?
Because I was like, I love.
You
this
are a
I
bullshitter.
genuinely, I was like, I love this comment.
What do you love about it?
Because obviously I've got a background in recruitment.
Okay, yeah.
And also,
you're a
if you're a
bullshitter.
natural bullshitter,
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what, I'll take that, to be honest.
Oh, so you saw that as a really big compliment.
I loved it, bro. I loved it.
I didn't see that.
I really
Did you
loved
see
the
that as a compliment?
Bro, I swear.
I like the way you looked at it.
loved
Yes,
the comment.
it could be positive.
I
couldn't
loved it. What
Could
do
be
you mean?
positive,
I've got bars. What do you
So
mean?
you're
I
a bullshit. You're a
spin-
bullshitter.
I spin.
And
I
you're a
spin
classic
lot of
estate agent and criminal agent. Yeah, that's
Listen, back in the day, I used to spin a lot of girls. So what can I
Well,
say?
yeah.
you used to spin girls.
Make of that what you
What?
will.
What?
What are you
You
talking
used to
about?
spin girls.
In rap battles.
Man used to spin girls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bars.
Let's talk about the Ukraine-Russia business. It's still going on. How you're feeling about it? Where do you think it's going? Are we in World War III already? Lots of questions to be asked. I'm going to start with Murphy.
I basically want to say, I don't want war. I want peace in the world.
You want peace?
I want peace.
How do we
Peace
achieve
and-
peace? Is that possible?
It's difficult because there's always been wars going on. At least one war going on somewhere around the world. So total peace is very difficult. But if we can get some form of, like we've been doing, it's like functioning as a world as best as we can and putting out the fires, then it's the best route. But if it comes to war, it's madness. We're just gonna have to get stuck in and go front line or back line, middle line. We're gonna have to get stuck in.
Well, Putin's announcing martial law today. So,
What does that mean?
Yeah.
The army takes over.
yeah.
In Russia.
Yeah, there'll be things like everyone has to sign up. They're banning social media, that type of thing.
Ukraine already did that.
Any protests just get locked down by the army. You might get shot in the street.
So does Putin care about his own country at this point or not?
I mean, honestly,
No,
it doesn't
I
really,
don't think he
doesn't
does.
really look like it.
No, it doesn't. Bro.
Doesn't really look like
Doesn't
it.
care
He's,
about the
there is an election coming up, so he will be doing a power play. Wow, he's bringing the Rona around here.
Cheers,
Sneeze a
bro.
bit.
Nice.
The thing about all these major crises that we're going through is that a lot of the other news sort of gets tucked away into the background. It seems to me a little bit unfortunate that the attention's now completely off Prince Andrew.
And COVID. There's no more COVID.
No one's
Doesn't
Apparently
exist
COVID's
anymore.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
so
everyone's
mad.
saying.
Apart from for you,
It's
'cause
so,
That's it. Nah, I'm like
you are
recovering
ill every week.
recovering.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
it is quite mad when I think about it. But is that right or wrong?
What's right or wrong?
Like not talking about things that are less relevant. That's news, isn't it?
No, but I'm
Less
saying,
relevant,
so is COVID just gone now?
Yeah,
though?
no, it's not gone, but it's less relevant because we've already decided that we're just going to get on with it this year.
No,
So
but
it's
you know
like-
what's even
it's
madder
like
though?
news.
Even like in our country, I'm sure there's people that have COVID right now, or people
Yeah,
still going through it the same way, but they just don't care now. It's just Ukraine, Russia war on the news. That's it.
Yeah, a lot of people
mad.
are really. Are you? Do you not feel like because obviously Murph, I know you've got kids and that, but do you feel like has it affected you at all? Are you like worried about this situation?
No.
It's a genuine question.
Obviously, I feel bad for Ukes, but
For Ukes?
yeah, for you, no,
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Oh.
I feel bad for
Yeah,
Ukes,
100.
but
The
Yeah.
ukulele man.
Like if you free it, who's really worried about it in the UK? People are still going on holiday, traveling.
No, lots of
Lots
people
of
are worried
people.
about
Is
it.
it?
No, but the thing is, when you say worried about it, it's like people still function and living their life. No one's stopped moving.
I hear tracks though. Like,
Everyone's going to
I don't
work
think
still.
people in
Some people are
England are
genuinely
thinking
like,
it's gonna
I
head
conversation.
up going into war. Like, I don't like. Remember, especially people in these kind of countries. Maybe in countries like Ukraine, it's a bit more likely for them situations. Like, people in America and UK, we're ignorant, bro. Like, we're cracking on with things every day.
I think you've got a different circle.
Is it? Well, your circles.
We've got the same circle, but I'm saying like maybe the people around you, they're more upbeat. I've got some people that are genuinely
Worried.
terrified.
You need to
Yeah,
change your circle, bro.
yeah.
What are they
Like,
terrified of, man?
Well,
World War III.
well,
Having
pretty
to
much,
sign
yeah.
up to go to war.
No, not that because I'd like.
Could you handle yourself if you went to war?
Slim athletic builds.
I'd go to war.
Can you manage a gun?
I'd go to. Well, I've never held a gun.
Okay, right.
But if I was
I
taught
thought
to
you
hold
shot a clay
gun-
pigeon last week.
Yeah, I'm confused. What?
Have you ever shot a gun in general?
Yeah, I shot a gun.
You have
What,
shot a gun.
what kind of
I don't
gun?
want to talk too much. Back to what? Back to the
Oh
point.
my god, bro. Oh my god.
It's not the same. You can't. It's not the same. It's not the same.
No.
He said if he held a gun.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
What were you shooting? A banana? What were you shooting the pigeons with? What was I?
Clay
Why have you
guns.
always got? Why have you got that on your head?
No, what were you shooting?
Let's talk about bananas.
No, what were
and
you
that.
shooting? No, but what were you shooting pigeons with?
Pause.
All right,
Pause.
let's
Anyway.
just start that again,
Yeah,
shall we?
yeah.
Right.
Start again.
Let's just
Don't-
start again.
Are you
Don't turn it into a joke. What I was saying, yeah, in terms of my dons, I've got a couple of people who are actually shook about what's going to happen.
Right. No. Okay. Let's just
yeah.
get back to this because this is a reality for some people.
Yeah.
The people that are in the Ukraine, a lot of the Russian people are being forced and thrust into this world of chaos, war, madness.
Yeah.
Like psychologically, are you capable of putting yourself into
Yes,
that?
100%. Of course, I'm going to war. If I had to go to war, yeah, I
No,
would. Yeah.
I don't think he's freed it. Like I feel honestly, I feel like we are nowhere near that happening.
He said
So
psychologically,
our brain is not
your brain
anywhere
being
near
the same
thinking about
way
that.
as the people that are in Ukraine.
Because
No, of course
the
not.
people
They're
that
not feeling it.
Bro, I'm gonna free it. I watched a video. I sent a video in the group. Did you watch
They're
the video?
feeling it worse.
Oh, yeah, I watched the
of
video.
course.
I watched
Yeah,
a
of
video, of a guy that was in Ukraine the day before the bomb started going off in madness. He went around. I sent it in the group. He went around asking people like, "How do you feel about this war?" Day before, 24 hours less. How do you feel about this war? Like, do you think it's gonna kick off? They were like, "No, I doubt it. It's all good." You know what I mean? We're chilling. We're cool. Until you're in that position of sirens going off, your brain can't tell you I'm ready for war, bro.
I'm saying people remain.
You're going back to your yard after this calm.
Like the day before, they were very chilled, and you're
See what I'm
telling me
saying?
you're panicking over in the UK. You and your friend group are all panicking.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no
We've changed the subject very quickly, so I'm confused. But anyway, yeah, okay.
Do you know what I mean, though?
Of course, I can't relate to someone in Ukraine. That's,
Well, there you go.
That's very obvious.
No, but I'm saying like
That's a
in
dumb
war
point.
in general, like we're not functioned to think like that yet. At this, in our generation.
Deals at work.
I don't, yeah.
You don't give a toss.
What is it your mates are worried about?
Yeah, that's what I was going to. Yeah, because I was talking about that. So basically, the whole point of the premise is that if they touch a NATO country accidentally, I don't know if I sent you the group. Did I send you the message earlier?
Yeah.
There's 3 scenarios where World War III is going to happen. Yeah, if Russia accidentally hit a NATO country, which is very possible, crossfire. If they bomb,
Can't they say it was an accident?
well, that's but even if they say it's an accident, who's
Smoke.
going to believe them? It's smoke. It's smoky season. If you touch a NATO country by accident, it's smoky season. That might happen. So World War III might happen by accident, right? Secondly, if the UK does something which is perceived as defending Ukraine, but in a way where they're stopping Russia from doing something, whether it be air or land, not sanctions.
So defending without stopping them doing anything.
Defending. But I'm saying like,
What does that mean?
so like for example, if
I know what I mean. Yeah.
You're
if
in
you
my
do
way.
in the sky.
I'm sorry, I don't want to stop you.
I don't know.
Stop you doing what you're
I don't
doing.
know. I don't know how. I don't know. It could be something. It could be an airstrike, for example. I don't know.
Right.
It could be something like that. If
An
What,
if,
airstrike over
It's not
Russia?
that's not accidental.
if
is it?
UK
An
do,
airstrike over Russia?
if UK do something which is perceived as like, no, actually, sorry, that's an attack, and it could be a very grey area. It could be muddy waters. I don't know. But then obviously that's when.
And then what will happen?
And then again, that's war.
No, but what I'm
That's-
saying, in
that's
We're
Russia-
saying at that
No, but in
stage
that-
they'll
in-
be forced to
no,
retaliate.
Russia
No, but
will
in that,
say
no, but in
you're
that
not
scenario,
war, yeah.
in that scenario though, if UK did do that, and
Yeah.
defend it, would Russia then try and war the UK across the other countries, or would they try and go through? Because the UK's here, and
I
Russia's
think.
there.
Well, I think
so
it's
the war
like
then
no,
be-
it's like chess.
Okay.
No, it doesn't work. No, it's like chess. They'll do something tactical. They'll do something which is a bit more. I think the cyber attacks would definitely be one. I think we're more at risk then of like a direct cyber attack.
No, I'm not really worried, man. Obviously, you've made me feel comfortable a few times. You said that
Pause.
you told me like a couple of times now. Like
no, Jim.
you told me a couple of times.
How do you
I
do
don't
that?
think
How
war's
do you
gonna
do
happen.
that, CJ? It's a skill.
I feel.
You told me that
you're right
war's
to feel
not gonna
comfortable.
happen,
I said to you 2 weeks ago, and look, I'm maintaining the energy. War hasn't happened. Like we're fine. Like he's been on this for time. This is this is gonna be part of his legacy.
Is it?
Ukraine. He won't allow Ukraine to join.
But is it
NATO.
right with Ukraine just jamming there though, and not being?
Not really. He wants Ukraine, bro. He wants Ukraine.
So that's part of his
By
legacy.
the way,
he
he
wants.
just-
so he
does-
wants to
but
start
does he
with
just want
Ukraine,
Ukraine,
then
though? Has
he'll-
he-
no.
Has he
then he'll
said
move
though he wants
over.
others though? Has he said he wants others?
No, because that's bait. That's like
Oh,
that's
so
showing your
yeah,
hand.
but he showed his hand with Ukraine. He said we want Ukraine.
So would you say there's a time when the UK or NATO or anyone else has to get involved? It's just not
Sticky,
Ukraine.
bro. It's sticky.
Anywhere else that he tries it
Yeah,
with, we're
yeah,
in.
Facts.
And wait, and if it
Okay.
gets really sticky,
Facts.
can Russia just call China?
I don't think
And
China are on that.
Oh, they're not
smoke
on
yet.
it?
No, I think
Oh.
they're
China
not.
businessmen.
Yeah,
Oh, they're actually on it.
They're
They're
not
like-
on it. No.
I thought China aligns to Russia.
No,
They are.
no,
They are.
they're
They
They're
do
allied.
business with each other.
allies.
Oh,
They're
they're
allies.
allies.
They're allies.
All this time I
They're
thought China
allies.
were backing Russia.
No, they're allies.
Oh,
Well,
so
they're-
then this war can't happen then, can it? They need Russia.
not
They
ba-
need China.
They're not backing the war, but they are actually watching this and going, do you know what? We're going to do probably the same thing with Taiwan. So we won't say anything now.
it's bad.
Oh, no, but wait.
It's so bad.
That makes
It's bad.
sense,
Yeah.
though.
Why are they doing all this? Like, surely don't you want
Yeah, 'cause you might have
chill-
100
chill?
you might have 100 bullets. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
like
15.
don't you want to
Protection.
chill? Like, no,
Why
but
you
I-
say
bro,
what's
what's
Putin
the- bro,
doing?
bro,
like,
what's
what's
I'm saying?
Putin doing?
If
like?
I have a nuke,
You know what I mean?
the
And I
idea,
got
the
nukes.
idea
We
is
were all getting nuked.
Yeah,
bro.
we're
I
all
don't care
dead.
if you got
You know why?
300
No,
and I
you-
got
that's not how it
200.
works. That's not how it
No, but
works.
you're still getting
Yeah,
nuked.
because
No,
ego.
Oh, you think
Not
you
with
release
nukes.
all at once?
Legacy, bro.
Release the
Legacy.
2,000. Go. Like,
No,
release them
it
all.
doesn't work like that. Look,
What is it?
the deterrent. It's not so much that we're going to use them;
Yeah,
it's
facts.
that you are not going to use that because otherwise we will obliterate you as well, and then the
Yes.
world's everybody
Yeah.
dead.
So
yeah.
no, but that's what I'm saying. So that means it doesn't matter how many you got then, right?
No, it does because
UK can UK obliterate
My
Russia?
jig's bigger
it's
than
a bit of
yours.
a it's a bit of a myth what nuclear warheads are capable of doing.
Oh, what can I do?
The image that's portrayed on the news a lot of the time is that you'd get this. Say it was a bomb on London, that it would be this 8-mile radius
Yeah,
and all that.
like the Japanese.
The
That doesn't
Hiroshima.
exist. There's been
one.
3 of that bomb ever made.
Oh.
One of them they've exploded already, and 2 of them are in museums in
Is
Russia.
in Russia, so they can grab those out of the cases and release those. Oh, bro.
How big are those ones? Like 8 miles.
Those are the big ones that you see.
The world.
It just
You think
wipes
instead
out
of
London
museum?
when they do that.
Oh, just London though,
There's
not the
museum.
world.
That doesn't exist.
Bro.
There's
Oh.
only 1 or 2 of those in the world. That's what I'm saying.
They're
Yeah,
not
but
in the
what
museum,
wipes out
bro.
what, the world?
They're not in the museum.
It wouldn't
You think
even
they're in
wipe
the
out the
museum?
whole world.
Just a
Oh
country.
my days, bro. They're not in the
It
museum,
would just
but
be,
they, you know.
it would be like an 8-mile radius.
That's
it.
calm then.
What we're talking about normally is normal nuclear warheads, which would take out a few streets, and it does spread, but it's not like miles.
Oh yeah, it
I mean,
damages
Oh, what-
the
you
air.
know
That's
as
why you
well,
need
innit?
thousands.
You know
of
when you
them.
release a warhead, yeah, it's a warhead. Yeah, is it like a rocket type missile? Yeah?
yeah.
When you release them, when they press the button,
Mhm.
do you think it just goes shoo, and then goes to its country?
Well, no, it depends. See those ones where they've only made 3 of them?
Yeah.
They were so big that you had to fly them in, and they had to have parachutes so that the pilots could get out of the radius quick enough
Wow.
because it was that heavy.
I need to check something. There's
So
something
do you
to
lot
say.
think Putin will go down with Hitler and them, man?
Yeah, he will. Yeah.
Like as one of the horrible,
Well, I
you know what I'm
mean,
saying?
that's-
The worst.
That's
evil-
Listen, in Russia, right?
Go on.
They think that, or at least I think Putin for a while has been pushing that people like Stalin and Lenin actually let the country down by letting the Soviet Union fall
Yeah.
apart. And he wants his
Okay.
legacy to be, I'll bring it back together. And I reckon, man, he's getting on a bit. So maybe
he
he's
won't bring it
thinking
back
like,
together.
about legacy.
He won't bring it back together. He won't bring it back.
Well, to go in like this is questionable. Do you know what I mean? But he obviously is confident that no one's going to do anything.
USSR. The last time we saw that Street Fighter.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get to that, but you know.
Well, it's going on in the news, but there are some people, quite a few people from the UK, going over to fight for Ukraine.
Oh yeah, have you seen this?
Yeah. And it's actually picking up a momentum.
You've
So-
seen this video, right? This is a video that's going
Yeah, but
around.
so you
of this
said you
guy
care about
signing up.
Ukraine so much. Why are you not going to help it?
Why don't you care? Do you not care about Ukraine?
What?
No, but no. Remember you said that like it's a really big thing for you.
Why? Do you not
No,
care
can
about
I just okay? What's going through someone's head to think? Do you know what? Fuck it, I'm going out to Ukraine to help.
Because people are like, if you're going through a midlife crisis and there's not much going for you, you're like, I'm going to do something good. But you made a good point, which is, and I thought this, there's countries in Africa and Asia who have also experienced war. Why are you not fighting for those people? So
I mean,
don't know,
Yeah,
it's a
why
bit
are you
surreal.
not? Why are you not for those people?
I'm not. Who are you?
There's probably someone who could help in England.
No,
though,
that
isn't
video
there?
was a bit mad at that guy because he was asking his friends like, "You got the clothes?" And
Yeah, he said. So what he
But-
said.
and
just-
I
just
saw
fucked
someone
up.
put out a video saying like, "Are they even allowed to just go to another
He
country?"
had no
I saw
no training.
Yeah.
Could you argue that his heart is in the right
Maybe it
place?
was content.
No, of
I
course.
mean,
Any
is
man
his-
that's
is
thinking
his
that.
heart in the right place? How do
think
we
it is.
know?
No, because obviously
He's
his
trying to be
thought
like-
process is, I just want to go and help them, innit, now.
It was creating content.
Going to Africa and that, he's probably thinking, remember, Africa's wars or whatever other wars you lot are talking about is not as publicised as what's going on right now. It should be,
That's a
but
good
it's
point.
not.
That's a
So,
good point. It doesn't make mainstream.
yeah, it doesn't
They
make
publicised
mainstream
Syria and all
news.
that.
Well, I mean, hold on a second. We did a podcast once upon a time about a woman called Jemima Begum,
I remember.
who had left the country to join up
Taliban,
ISIS.
was it?
ISIS,
that's
yeah?
it.
And she did her training and became part of them, and
Yeah.
it was a problem for her coming back.
Yeah.
I mean,
Joining ISIS is a bit mad. bro.
well, but hold on a second. She was led to believe that she was doing the right thing. What is the
She got
difference
let back
there?
though. She's back.
No, she's not allowed in.
back, bro.
Oh, I
What?
thought she was
She's
back.
not allowed in the country, mate.
I thought she was back.
No, you're banned.
I don't know if we can
You're
compare
banned.
that.
Oh,
What do you
they're
think?
banned, no.
Yeah,
Siege.
you got the lifetime block.
You know,
I'm not sure. I'd rather stay out there than go pen here though.
No, but
Would you rather
ISIS.
pen
No, but
here,
bro,
right?
come on.
Yeah,
man.
Afghanistan.
Yes.
No,
ISIS,
What,
you can't
free?
compare, bro.
free. No, you work for ISIS, bro. You're not
What does
free.
that entail? We don't know if that's
I
a good
agree.
job.
I
We don't
agree.
know.
I
No,
don't
she
think
wanted
it's
to
the
come
same.
back. It's
Yeah.
not a good job. She
Well,
left.
she wants to go pen in the UK.
Listen, right?
Is that what she wants to do?
She
She wants
signed up for ISIS, and then she said, "You know what? It's not for me.
and I'll go pen.
It's not for
I'll
me.
go pen for
Yeah, I will serve my punishment. I'm sorry. Please let me back in."
with my child.
They went to court. They said, "No, sorry, can't help."
You're not come to pen. You stay in Afghanistan. No.
Could you argue going to fight for ISIS and trying to back it for Ukraine are slightly different though?
Well, one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It depends how knowledgeable this guy is about what he's getting himself into. Who are you backing? Ukraine? Why? What do you know?
true.
What do you man know
So there's-
about Ukraine?
So there might be more
He
to
said
he knows history.
There's
That's
more
Someone
to-
me to teach my kids the history of
No, but
Ukraine.
that's facts,
So
bro.
tell me about the history of
I've
Ukraine.
given you some keys
History.
today.
He just said Rebrov. He said Rebrov and Shevchenko. That's what he said.
Bro,
Fuck's sake, Anton.
bro.
Are you cut out for jail?
No, I'm not.
Getting bummed.
I'll do anything I can not to go
Why'd
jail,
you
bro.
move to that immediately?
No one's getting bummed in jail, bro. It's not 20.
No one.
Not 1942.
I was like
bro.
bumming thing. Everyone's just like
I
respectful.
don't know if you're actually aware, but people are definitely getting bumped.
No, yeah, but it's people that are condoning it, like, you know what I'm saying? No, you know, like,
Oh, he thinks it's stopped now.
no, obviously, no, but listen.
It was a phase. It was a phase.
Listen, I watch prison documentaries. Listen, it's a lot of men that go in there dressing like women. So guys don't need to go after the straight man now.
Oh,
It's a lot of the.
No, you've not watched the prison documentaries.
oh yeah.
You know them?
Oh no! What he said, what he's
You know
saying
what I'm
is,
saying?
I know what you're saying.
men are sort of playing the role of women in there.
Yeah,
anyway.
so man don't need to go for straight man. There's actually a gal in there.
I
No,
think some of
but
that's still
power plays
cheese,
a lot of the
yeah.
time can be no. You're getting raped.
No, that's more American. That's
not
more
an
American.
attraction.
It's
No,
more
no, it's
American.
cool. It's of course.
In the
That's
UK,
more-
what do you know? Goons that are like, let me rape man.
but
That's
you know-
long,
no,
bro.
but you know-
Like what?
Bro,
Do you know what the funny thing is? I know goons that are. I will fuck anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
You know, some
And also,
mad
and
goons.
also, and also, some of the biggest gangsters in the UK
It hurts my head.
are
man.
gay men.
You're moving mad.
Some of the
You
biggest
see what I'm saying?
some of the biggest
You
gangsters.
man from different ends to me. It's
No,
different
no,
kind
from the
of.
real world. man.
It's different cultures.
What I'm saying is,
Different cultures and
what I'm
different
saying, what I'm saying is, I get your
different
point.
cultures and different.
I get
ends.
your point as well, yeah. I get your point as well because with the UK, yes, it's likely that if you went pen for 5 to 10 years, you would survive without getting bumped. I get you. There's a high
not- you
chance.
wouldn't
Compared to America, yeah.
Yeah, there's a high chance you'd survive.
High
it.
chance you won't even
But-
get into a fight in the UK, bro.
Yeah, there's a high
I've never
chance.
even been jailed, but if you keep it
No,
calm,
you get boxed a few times.
no, but I'm saying if you keep it calm, if you're calm, humble, you will get boxed because you're loud and clear. You will get slapped
To
up.
be fair, you're more likely.
You're
get
more
boxed,
likely to
yeah.
get slapped up and get into
100%.
What about
smoke.
you?
No,
So you told me Neo's going up.
I'm
Yo,
political.
come in my cell. You told me Neo is coming up.
no, I'm political, bro. I'll be fine.
I don't know.
I'm a
bro.
bullshitter, bro. Remember.
A bullshit. Yeah. that comment still is it.
I love it.
Why is it?
How would you deal with it?
Joe?
First date.
Bro, this is why I say I'm a conversationalist.
Conversationalist.
I will disarm people with words, bro. That's how I do it.
What?
man.
No,
Bro, you don't get boxing job first day, bro. That's talking about.
First
Listen,
day.
brother. I don't know why you
I'll be
want to
real, I'll be
fight
real.
me.
No, I'll be real.
Yeah.
The first thing you do. This is.
I'm an
this
urbanist.
This is actually what you do. You're gonna have to break a few things, bro. Like you're gonna have to do something wild.
act mad.
You're gonna have to go mad. So even if you
Okay.
you might take a little box.
What, and then act
but
mad?
You're gonna have to do like, bro. You have to.
So you've gone. You said it's a conversationalist a minute
Eat
ago.
a man. Eat.
Hugh. He
Pause.
says he's a conversationalist.
Pause.
You're gonna have to
Eat
do
a-
what he is.
What
Eat.
from behind? Listen, he says he's a
Bro.
conversationalist.
You have to do wild stuff, bro. So they think you're
I'm
mental.
confused.
That's how it works.
Did he not just say I'm a man on my words? And then he said, no, you got to bite, eat a man.
Yeah.
Slow down.
Which
bro.
one is it?
Chill. Just drink your Maggie.
Kanye West got a new
Trilogy. Watch all of it.
video
Oh.
with
Oh, yeah, that's right.
depiction which has been making headlines. It looks like it's Pete Davidson, it's meant to be Pete Davidson anyway. Deserved. Okay.
You
Right.
sleep with my baby.
Have you seen
mother.
the video?
Yeah, I watched a bit. It's not really for me, but I watched a bit.
The
Of
whole,
it.
so the whole video's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole video's out, but I watched like seconds of it.
You watched the clip as well.
I saw a clip.
Okay. What did you see? What's the clip of?
Just him beheading Pete Davidson.
Beheading him.
Yeah,
Right.
or he's got the head somehow.
It's not him.
Actually,
It's not him. It's like a cartoon.
yeah, that's it. So,
It's
but
kinda-
technically, the illusion is that it's Kanye beheading him.
Oh well.
Well, how do I feel about it? Well, Kanye's he's an artist, isn't he?
Is he all right, Kanye?
Well, he's not been all right for years, to be honest. He's
You
not.
said
all
you're
right.
like Kanye.
I didn't say I'm like Kanye. Yeah, it's like, yeah. But yeah, I think it's not great, is it? Let's be real.
I don't
You
know.
can't-
if
You're
I'm honest.
beheaded.
I don't know how I feel about it. Is it art?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Oh, you liked it?
I loved it, man. He's a king.
Hold on, let's just. So where are you at? With
Yeah,
this?
I feel like because it's Kanye, I feel like he will get away with it. But I think if someone wasn't Kanye West did that, I think there would be a lot of backlash.
Do you remember when that woman? I can't remember what her name is. American TV personality or something had beheaded Donald Trump.
Oh shoot, yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
What was her name again?
She was.
I can't remember her
Did
name.
she
Comedian,
get back-
isn't
did
it?
she get
Chelsea
Yeah,
back?
there was quite a lot of
No, not
backlash at
her.
the
Similar
time.
to her. Katie Griffin or something.
I don't know. I think she sort of got away with it because people weren't really feeling Trump.
I'll
But
tell you the problem, yeah, and this is why you will get cancelled. Basically, if something happens to Pete Davidson now, yeah, let's say
he
for
will be
example,
blamed, won't he?
Kanye will
Yeah.
be blamed, yeah. You've got to do the maths.
I mean-
guess what? He will flip it though, because he will say he started it.
Well, no. Let's cut the crap right for a second. Psychologically, dealing with all the madness that's happened on Instagram over the last few weeks, if he did have an issue with mental health, he could definitely argue that he's played a big part in it.
100%.
But the thing is,
100%.
he was making jokes about Kanye's mental health.
Was he?
A few years ago. Yeah.
Kanye's not really.
Okay.
He's not really moving logically.
He's not moving
you know?
logically, but he hasn't
but
for
he's
years.
sleeping with
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian, his baby mother,
And-
and he's around his house in his Calvin Klein's, around his kids.
I can tell you sympathise with him then.
Yeah,
Fuming.
okay,
What do
because
you
he's
mean, like,
obviously
fuming?
living vicariously if it
Yeah.
was him.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
most probably physically behead him.
So
Not on
okay,
the
let's put you into that position then. Are you on Instagram posting about this guy?
No, I'm not Kanye though. I'm a bit more physical than Kanye. I box man up.
Oh.
I wouldn't be.
What if
I
a-
would
if a-
have
So what-
posted
what?
no post.
What if you're
So
getting a
you're new-
divorce with your wife?
Box
if a
man
man's
up.
sleeping with your wife,
Yeah, that's soon to the when the papers aren't even signed yet. We've just going through a divorce in the process. Now I'm boxing everyone up. Everyone's getting boxed up.
Everyone?
You
Who's
gotta-
everyone? What?
Everyone's getting boxed up. You got to allow at least some
entourage.
silence in divorce. I'm not going to say.
but it's not
you can
Pete's
never-
fault. It's not Pete's fault.
Yeah, but still,
She's
allow the
chosen
paperwork.
him,
Yeah,
man.
but let
Yeah,
the
you sound
paperwork.
like a
At least,
hater,
no, at least
bro. You sound like a
hide it.
hater.
Hide the relationship. Don't have him around my kids
Yeah.
until the paperwork's done. Let's just.
No,
be
I understand.
respectful.
I kind of understand the hiding it and not making it public.
Yeah,
right?
but it's not
Be
Pete's
respectful.
fault.
But hold on a
Your
second.
reaction, though.
She's split up
Yeah.
with you,
Yeah, you-
and she's now decided she wants to be with him.
Yeah, but can we just hide it and be respectful until we get the paperwork done and give me like a few months to just.
That's more her fault.
I
think.
agree with what you're saying, but do you not think your reaction is childish by then going and boxing the man?
No, it's
her
not.
that-
I
it's
think
the-
that's
it's the woman that
I
did
think-
it. It's the woman, and you're boxing the man.
No, but remember they were friends, CJ. Like they rolled, they went.
I
dinners
agree,
together.
that
They were-
bit-
they
that
were
bit
actually
upsets me.
friends.
That bit
They're
upsets
actually
me.
No,
friends.
I don't know if
That
they
bit
were,
upsets
man.
me.
No, but
Pete
he
and
was
Kanye.
Is that his
literally
house?
around their
Is
yard
that
all the
his house?
time. He
Is
was
it?
close to them, dinners, and Kanye bought him dinner, and they've been around each other for years.
But also,
and
we've
then
all-
for
we've-
man to just
We've always
beat him
spoken
like,
on this
what?
podcast. We've always spoken on this podcast about how some like violence actually isn't the best form of retaliation. Right? We've always said.
So you think
that.
it's best he does the music videos of him beheading and all that and
don't know.
posts? Is that better than?
I mean,
fighting?
it's a form of expression, isn't it? So he's letting some stuff out. Again, it's complicated. Even his new girlfriend, she just looks like
Oh, Kim,
a different version of Kim. Right?
Which is nice, younger version.
I mean,
Yeah. So he's moving on. He's doing his thing.
Yeah, he could always get.
is he
girls.
moving on?
He's not
Is that
moving on at all,
by
bro.
getting a replica.
He's
She's
not
like
moving
a
on
clone
at all.
of
Didn't he
Kim.
have another girlfriend the other day?
Yes, bro.
He was
Kanye
actually
is
Julia
the
Fox.
craziest and furthest part from moving on.
He's putting these girls on, though, isn't it? He's putting each girl
Yeah,
on.
he is. Yeah, he's giving them a platform.
No, what he's doing is he's showing Kim, I'm cool without you, but he's just got the same thing.
He's showing her the opposite.
She's winning.
But I'm saying that's what he's
She's
trying to
winning.
do. Like, I'm cool, I got a new thing, but
Yeah.
she looks exactly like Kim. Kim's probably laughing at that.
She's winning
Yeah.
for the.
Kim is
Think-
sitting there
you not
laughing,
think she's
man.
held-
Or she
she's-
maybe will be worried about him.
Yeah,
she's
worried.
worried.
That's
But
why
they
she's
just got
done
their
that.
official
That's why she
divorce,
looked
innit?
Because remember the thing that
It's
I
gone through
final
now,
now,
officially.
yeah.
So she is single then.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's single now.
I think a lot of people are worried about Kanye because he does stuff that I find funny personally. But like, just like when he has a thought or he has something on his mind, he won't just text Kim. He sends group texts. Remember, we said this before. Even that alone is hilarious. But some would say he's crazy. Like, the fact that he sometimes will be like he said in that interview, he'll put Kim, Drake, and a few other men in the group text and say, "You're all dickheads. Shut up." Like, that's weird, right? And if you got put in a group text right now with someone, you'd be like, "This guy's crazy," right? You would though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, he's
You're
under.
focused,
He's under. I do understand that he's under pressure though, man. He's got a lot of kids with this girl, and they're very public. So
Like, I don't think. I know you're talking about the girls are the same. I don't think he really cares about Kim too much. Yeah?
You don't think so?
No, I think he definitely does more than nothing. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it's actually the kids. That's what I'm saying. So I relate a little bit. 'Cause it's literally just the kids for him. Like said, don't put
No,
my
it's
daughter
not.
on TikTok.
It's not.
Don't put lipstick on her. It's the kids, bro. It's long.
It's not. When she's in the middle of a relationship with another man, he's posting on Instagram saying, God will bring us back together and we'll make the fans happy. I've seen it. And posting pictures of them in the clouds. Come
Singing
on.
about.
I'm worried about Pete Davidson. I think something will happen to him soon because I think there's too much
Would you
hate.
be upset if he killed himself?
This guy must be getting an
Yeah.
attack.
He's getting
that
Well, he
is
came on
unlike
Instagram.
anything, bro.
He came on Instagram. You know that.
He's
Yeah,
left
he
now.
made an Instagram account, but he's left it now.
He got
left
full-
it
he
after
got
like 8
forced out.
hours.
'Cause I can
He said-
imagine.
Is that
apparently
healthy,
the
though?
comments.
Is that
he
healthy?
did one post. The comments just flooded. Like,
That's bad.
Kanye. Just deleted it.
Would you not argue Kanye is bullying him a little bit now? Because they're now
his
doing a
fans
video
are,
as
his
well.
fans
Well,
are.
then, but the video of the beheading him as well.
Yeah.
It's sort of. I think it's a bit much.
I just feel like
It's a bit-
Kanye is moving a bit mad.
It's a bit much, and I didn't have Kanye down as that guy to do that. Do you know what I mean? We like him as the iconic
I just love how you're
artist.
being like PC.
No,
but
I
if-
love Kanye.
If you were friends or at least around this
I
guy
would
like
deal with it differently.
Skeeter,
No,
yeah,
definitely,
like
I'd
Pete,
deal-
if you were around him for this long and then he starts beating your
I've-
missus
yeah, I
the
thought about
day
it,
you
yeah.
break up, yeah. I know all three of you react mental as well. Like it'll like I'm talking like
Not public.
literally,
poster, bro.
this guy's been around you for like 4 or 5 years. You're cool with him, not your best friend.
Yeah.
You're cool with him. He's had dinners with your missus, and you'll get along. And then as you're going through a breakup within weeks, this Don.
Not
is
public.
beating
No,
your
but
missus.
CJ's right.
You,
It
man,
doesn't need to be public,
Stop being
bro.
PC.
I don't do
Free
that.
it.
It doesn't need to be
You'll
public,
switch.
bro.
Don't
Yeah,
make
but I'll
it
do
look
it.
like
I'll do it privately. Like
Alright, you do
I'll
it
make his
privately.
life hell privately. Like
Privately.
I was, you know what I
no,
mean?
what I'm saying is, I get that. But
Why
it
does
doesn't apply to
everything
this.
need to be on the internet,
To
bro?
make it more
I
relatable,
agree.
if everyone in that scenario was in the public eye, would you still try and deal with it?
Yeah, of course.
Even though it's come out. So as you found out, a picture's come out of your missus with Skeeter, yeah, holding hands, going to cinema. So you're gonna still keep it private.
Now, do you know what he's doing? What a lot of people would do, and that's struggling with how to cope with it. So you can deal with that in a couple of ways. Get your logo over again, smashing as many as possible. Make sure they're all in the public eye so that people can see how active you are. You know what it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's struggling, and then there's like going crazy. That I feel like Kanye's gone
Yeah,
past
but
that
that's
stage
that's
of
it.
that.
That is it.
You would go
He is
crazy,
going-
but
No,
Okay,
we wouldn't. It's dealing with a divorce and there's being a lunatic. Like man has gone mad. Like bought the house next door.
Yeah.
why
Making
is
a
that
music
mad? What, he
video,
wants to
the
be with
head
his kids?
beheading,
Posting
man.
the text messages.
Why
Yes.
is that mad?
On
So
that-
he wants to be
on
with
that
his
note-
kids,
No,
bro. To
bro.
drop them to school.
On that note, what you're saying, I always ask this question because I always have to tie it back to the goal. Like, what would Jay-Z do in that scenario?
Jay-Z wouldn't do half of what he's done, bro.
Jay-Z would have slapped her up or
Public,
kicked her
publicly,
Public.
not a lot.
Jay-Z do, bro.
in the lift. Jay-Z
Publicly,
would have
not a
kicked her
lot.
down in the lift.
I think
In
Jay-Z
an
is.
elevator
I
with
think
two
Jay-Z
dudes.
is more old
Like, just
school
be up
with
to
the way
sister.
that he moves like that.
No, but
He's
Drake
old school.
would have
He'd
been
be
the
behind
same
the
as well. It
scenes.
would have been
Behind
all
the
behind the
scenes.
scenes. That man moved.
Jake would write a
Look.
song. He would write a song. you know Drake would write a song, bro.
Hey, look,
Kanye
Kanye West, respectfully, after watching his
Singers.
after watching Kanye's documentary, respectfully, like I can
Trilogy?
see he's
What
got
a
passion.
documentary.
Yeah, what a documentary! I can see he's got passion from when he first started in everything he does, which is reasonable and fair enough. But when you're going out your way to do mad stuff like make a music video beheading, man, like you've lost touch of everything. I'm saying musically, I'm saying creatively.
Or is he bang on because he's got people talking again?
No,
about
that's
Kanye?
not. I feel like he's lost. All right, cool. He's got people talking about. He's lost touch of his creative side. Then I watched the documentary. He was a genius at the start. His thought process was mad. Now you're thinking, oh, how can I get the public's attention by beheading
he's still
my
a genius,
ex's,
bro. He's
my,
a
my
billionaire,
ex's
bro.
wife? Like
It's
no,
not.
nothing.
It's not
That's
back.
dead, bro.
It's not back in the
that
day
thought
when
process
no
is
one.
dead,
Had,
though,
it's
bro.
not back in the day when no one had really heard sampled beats. Do you know
No,
what
but
I
I'm
mean?
saying that thought process is mental to me. He's been sucked into the matrix
He's
now.
still a
Then.
genius. Yeezy.
to be revolutionary, you've got to push the boundaries.
What, by beheading your ex-wife's husband, new boyfriend?
It's such a grey area. It's such a grey
How
area.
else? I guess I get it. I can sort of feel his pain. That's
Yeah,
all.
I can.
Can you? What,
Yeah.
from watching the video?
Well, no, just from knowing that he's married this woman and he's got loads of kids with her, and now publicly he's
Nah,
basically
you
being
man are
run through.
you man are idiots. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. No, because about last year, every man was going in on Kanye, red hat,
Who?
Donald Trump.
Was I?
Apart
Was
from
I?
you, yeah, everyone was saying supporting Donald Trump. He's
I
an
wouldn't
idiot.
be.
Now his new documentary's
No,
come
I
out.
don't
Everyone's
think-
like he's
I
a
don't
think
genius.
I like
We
that.
love him.
No,
Yeah,
wait,
no,
wait,
because
no.
when
No, he
Kanye
was-
was
he was-
moving
he
mad,
was like me.
we
He was
still
like-
got to admit he's moving like a lunatic,
No,
bro.
no,
He's
he
a
said-
For
madman.
how long? For how long?
What do you mean?
For how long has he been moving like a lunatic?
For the last 4 or 5 years, bro.
When he wore the red hat,
I've never
I
said
didn't respect. I didn't have time.
When he said
when he said
slavery was a
Hold on,
choice,
hold on,
we
hold on.
deleted him.
Hold on, listen.
Yeah,
What is it about him wearing a red hat that you have an issue
I explained
with?
this to
He
Tracks.
said
earlier.
slavery was a
Yeah.
choice, bro.
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
explained
no,
this to
hold
Tracks
on a second,
earlier.
hold on a second.
So Tracks will openly admit, I'm a Kanye stan. The one thing that he has done in his career to date that I've always
The
been
red
like,
hat.
It was that's the red hat one, but also the time where I was saying like slavery is a choice. And
Okay, but what is it about
came
the red
across-
hat? Can we just
I'm
deal with
about
that?
to explain, and I'm going to free it. It was very Uncle Tom. It was very Uncle Tom.
Uncle Tom.
It was very Uncle
Can
Tom.
you explain that for people that won't know what that is?
Basically, it's when a black person decides to say, "I'm no longer black. I'm powerful, rich, and therefore, this is how I view the way the world should be. Wake up. Doesn't matter what your skin color is. You can get there too. It's kind of like, don't look at my skin color. I'm who I am." That's what he was basically
What's
saying.
going on?
I'm not black. I'm trying to explain.
was saying I'm not black?
He was essentially saying
That's what Uncle Tom
and
is.
Uncle Tom is like
okay.
they don't see themselves as black.
Right. Okay.
It's
So
mad.
can
I
you?
don't think that's the definition.
Okay.
It
This
is
is
an
wild.
Uncle Tom.
These are wild statements.
Yeah,
that
that's
I
what I'm
just
trying to break
want
down.
to clarify.
No,
So
it's not a laughing
I
matter.
don't think that's
no,
the definition.
it's
hold
not a
on.
laughing matter.
Let me
It's
just
a very
follow this up.
delicate scenario.
Let me just follow
it's
this
not a
up.
laughing matter.
So does that basically because of his choice
Yeah.
in being Republican that you feel like that?
No, I'm
So
okay.
it's like
so
by donning the red cap and aligning with
it
the
felt a
Republicans.
bit like it
you're
felt.
an Uncle
It
Tom.
felt a little bit like not necessarily saying you can't be a black Republican,
Right.
But at the time where Trump was doing some wild things, it felt a bit like I'm anti-black, even though I'm black. That's
Anti-black?
what,
Anti-black.
That's what it felt
Yeah.
like.
Kanye West,
That's
anti-black.
why
You just said there can be black Republic.
Are you cool with a black person in the UK being or voting for Conservative Party?
If I'm freeing it, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Right.
I'm not a fan
so
of it,
which
yeah.
which
I'm not a fan of
parties is it fine for black people
It's
to
not
vote
the,
for?
okay,
No,
wording's very clever.
What do you mean?
It's everyone. I know what you're doing there, Hugh. I
It's
know
a
what you're
simple
doing.
question.
And I'm going to answer it. It's fine for It's fine for a black person.
Well, it's
to vote
obviously
for any
not,
party.
'cause he's put a
I
red
said I
hat
don't
on
like-
and he's
yeah.
cancelled.
Yeah, but that's what I'm But also, look, this is 4 or 5 years ago. I said for me, I didn't like it. I'm allowed to have an opinion. I didn't like it. Okay, I didn't like it because for me, I'm like.
Okay.
At
A lot
the
of
time-
people.
A lot of
don't
people
like-
didn't like that.
I knew what.
I'm
I
just
knew-
fascinated as to why. Is that like
Yeah.
you cannot be a Republican if you are black,
No.
or you cannot vote Conservative if you're black? Is that what you're saying?
No, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying, look, I don't like it personally, but if someone dissects their point and says this is why I'm conservative and I'm black, then fine, I'm willing to talk to you. But I'm like, you can't ignore the fact that these men like Nigel Farage, even though he's UKIP, Boris Johnson, if you look at their history and you look at the CV, they haven't created policies to support black people. And
Nigel
there's no
Farage,
sugarcoating
what?
that. Nigel Farage, UKIP. I'm saying like right wing,
Oh, okay.
right wing
But-
people.
Okay, right.
They
but-
don't create policies as well. And this is going to get a very muddy podcast. And people are going to say, oh, here we go, race card. It's not even about the race card. I'm just spitting facts. Like, I'm just giving you the reality. Like,
So what black
conservatives,
policies are there
conservatives
from
haven't been
Labour?
set up to support ethnic minorities. That's
Who's
a
that?
fact.
Is that-
Or less privileged people.
Who's
So this
that?
is not just
Who's
black
that?
people. This is people who come from a underprivileged class. So
Who
that
is
could be
that?
people in less privileged areas within England,
What's
whether it be
that
Middlesbrough.
got to do
What's
with
that?
colour though?
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, it's not just black people; it's people who come from a less privileged background, which might be some white people as well.
I don't get your
I.e.
point. I
people
actually
know
don't get your
why.
point.
Well, I mean, it's okay, right? I mean, on that,
It's
right?
not hard
Again,
to say.
if
I don't get it.
I'm saying the Conservative
Yeah.
Party wasn't set up to help people who are struggling financially.
Okay. So got nothing to do
people
with colour
less
then.
privilege. I think no, it does because color has a big part. I think if you look at the percentage in the UK, because obviously mostly white, it's probably still going to be a lot of white people, but the majority of black people will probably be in that
Yeah, what I'm
bracket
saying
as
is their
well.
policies against that are not help. They're not thinking about colour. They must think about this class of people.
Yeah, and
we don't want to help them.
But it just so
But
happens
that's-
that
they're
a
not-
lot-
they're not focused on colour,
I agree,
though.
but I
Yeah.
think a lot of black people also happen to be in that class as well. That's
Mm-hmm.
a fact, bro. You got to do the maths. Am I wrong? I don't know.
well, I mean, if there are what percentage of the people in the country are black?
It's 4%.
4%.
4%, yeah.
Well, then 96% is the number we're dealing with for the rest of the issue, and that is going to be a much greater number. So yeah, I'd say the majority of the people who've got no money or are in poverty
gonna
or
be
close
white.
to it in this country are white.
White,
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, but I'm still saying as a black person, if you're then saying no, actually, it's not about color.
I mean, I just find it. I just find it interesting that it's almost like against the law for a lot of people for you to be of another persuasion. Like Why is
I don't
he
think it
so-
was. I think for Kanye
He
West.
definitely was cancelled by a few people.
Yeah, look, me
for wearing a
personally,
hat.
I didn't cancel him at that point because I don't care about his politics. I care about his music. But I'm just saying, I noticed everyone switched at that point. It's funny how everyone's back now. He's a genius on documentaries and Netflix. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. But I think with Kanye is he was always so pro-black. You know, he went on news and said George Bush don't care about black people. Like he's always been pro-black. I think at this point it was weird for everyone to see him switch and change his side, which he gave his reasons for.
That's not like that's going to need explaining.
Go on.
What is it that makes him not pro-black? Because he's chosen to vote conservative.
You might as well free it, bro.
Republican.
Trump didn't. Trump wasn't actively creating policies. His policies weren't putting black people at the forefront of. And maybe it shouldn't. I don't know. Maybe you could say the majority of America is white, so maybe it doesn't have to.
What are you saying? He didn't do anything for black people.
Basically, yeah. So
I can't
Kanye,
say a sweeping statement like that, but I think historically, whether we want to sugarcoat it or not, Republicans, conservatives are right wing, historically, traditionally, are not necessarily out here to help black people. That's not a thing.
yeah. But Kanye's whole thing
not
was
the thing.
in interviews. He said,
what you're trying to say though is that like the other side then is set up for that.
It's supposed to, but admittedly, in recent times, Labour, it's been questionable.
So
actually,
again, it's like if it's questionable, or if it's not the case, or it's not happening, or it turns out that the plan is actually to keep everybody poor in the first place, and you work that out, would you be cool with someone saying, "Do you know what? I'm going to put a red hat on"?
is he that smart to do that though?
Kanye's a billionaire, mate.
He
He's
is.
smarter than you. All right.
He absolutely is. But the problem is, he says he doesn't read or watch the news. So then I think,
Super smart.
then I think
Not
maybe,
affected by
maybe,
madness.
and do you know
Getting
what?
swayed left, right, and centre
he's
every
out-
2
and he's out
minutes.
the Matrix.
Say boo, and you box a man in his face.
And he's out
no,
the
he's not
Matrix.
affected.
And
bro.
he's out the Matrix.
He's
So-
concentrating on creativity.
Yeah. So at the time,
Making billies.
yeah, I admit he's making these. At the time, I was like, that it hurt me because I was like, what's going on? I said it's attractive. The problem is, and even doing this podcast, and this is me freeing it 100%. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of people either watching this episode be like, oh yeah, get over it. It's just fucking like, why do people play rap? And it does my fucking
Get over
head in.
what?
They'll be like, it's not
A
a
race
black or
thing.
white race thing, and that's the reality. Yeah, we get a lot of people now on YouTube. They don't want the conversation, but it's got to be said, and that's why Trax is such a hero because he just says, "Oh, just get over it." But I'm having conversations, deep conversation with people in my industry. Where I'm like, no, it's not just get over it. Like, it needs to be addressed.
So there
We need
literally
to
was
have
there's
this
literally,
conversation.
I think he sent it to me.
What do you mean
I think
by
you sent it to me. There's
it?
literally a post that's gone viral, made you think, and it was, can you be pro-black if you got white misses? So you need to chill with like your
Yeah,
above
you can.
me with
Yeah, wouldn't
saying
it?
that I'm the one that's just
Yeah.
like, oh, chill.
What's
Because
that
they
got to do
said
anything,
you
bro?
can't.
What's
They
that?
were
What's
saying,
that?
no, you
What's that got to do anything,
Because
bro?
you try and do this
What's
thing
that
where
got
you're
to do
like
anything,
you're more woke.
No,
than me,
bro,
and
bro,
I'm going,
you're-
it's cool,
bro,
like,
bro,
no,
you're unique, bro.
I just don't.
You're actually
I
unique,
just don't
though,
think Kanye is who you think he is. I don't think Kanye hates
I
black
said-
people.
I
think,
said
I
I'm
think
a
you. I
big
think the red hat thing.
Kanye
You know what I'm saying?
fan.
The red hat thing that annoyed you.
Yeah.
And him saying it was a choice. Was like, I don't think that Kanye's done anything wrong in any
Okay.
situation because we know Kanye as a person.
Yeah.
We know his values. We know how he moves. So he could literally say anything. You can't be distracted by what he's saying.
Is it
because,
right to
you know-
say anything then?
No, but what I'm saying is
No,
you're
is it right to say
assuming
anything
you-
though?
yeah,
But
you-
is it right to say anything?
what
Yes or
I'm saying
no?
is- what I'm
It's a
saying
yes
is
or no question.
you're
Is it
always-
right to
no,
say
but you should
anything?
always- you should
Is
always
it right to
analyse
say
when
anything,
someone
bro?
says something, it's different, right?
So okay, so
Is that
it
yes-
doesn't
is
ma-
that
yeah.
true?
No, I don't agree with
Alright,
that.
so,
I
alright.
don't agree with that. I think if you've got a platform,
No.
you've got to be careful what you say.
That's true.
That's
What
how
I'm
I
saying
feel.
is
Thank you.
Everyone says something different and it can be interpreted by different ears.
Well,
So,
because
like,
that slavery thing, you've said that you thought initially that he was saying one thing, and it's turned out to be something else slightly at least.
exactly. That's what I mean. It can be stuff can be interpreted in. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think wording's important though. I feel
Yeah, but
like
it's not the best at wording. But what I'm saying is, you know where his heart is, right?
yeah, I do.
So why would the hat thing and that even annoy you? Because you know Kanye.
At
Do
the
you,
time,
do
I
you
thought it
think
was changing.
there's any truth to what you just said?
What in terms
That
of
you can be, you can't be pro-black if you've got a white missus.
no, I think that's complete nonsense.
It was a debate thing. Did you send it to me?
I think so.
What?
Yeah, where they sat around and they were like, and it was 4 black guys.
Yeah.
And one of the black
Yeah.
guys was like, I'm going to free it first. And he was like, you can't be pro-black and have a white missus. It was interesting to hear.
I
No,
just
no,
I
why
just
didn't you
agree with
share
that.
it to
So
me? You didn't share
I
it
think
to
I
me.
did.
I don't
It.
feel-
Do you ever think, like,
You've always said it. To
I
me,
am
to be
pro-black, right? Obviously, you're going to be pro-black.
fair. Yeah,
You love yourself, right? You
Yeah.
want people who are just like you to thrive.
yeah.
That's just built into us, right?
Thanks, bro.
So, do you ever think I'm worried about protecting that legacy by having a white missus and potentially mixed race kids?
No, because I think ultimately it's like if your missus is on the same page as what you're saying and doing, then you can have a. I hate to say it, like it's people. If you've got a black missus who actually is moving like she doesn't care about black people and actually doesn't want to associate with the culture, then what are we really doing?
No, but
here?
let's free it, man.
Yeah.
Listen.
So you're
Yeah.
saying it's
Hold
best to
on.
have a white missus who's entrenched in black culture rather than a black missus who's not fussed. You're
No,
saying
I'm
that.
saying-
You're saying that's better.
I know some black people that don't want to be black, basically. For example, that's the thing. I've seen. What?
What do you mean?
As in they don't want to hang around with. Listen, I'm
Well,
not going to
no,
name
I'll
names.
just-
I'm not gonna
say
name
it again
names.
though. What do you mean? Like
I
people
know
that
some.
don't want to
I
hang
know
around
some
black
culture.
people.
I know some people who may be non-white, but they see themselves as white, basically, and they only hang around white people, and they don't associate
Is
themselves
it?
with. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
so
the
you're
thing.
saying that's
That's worse.
worse
in
than
my
like
opinion.
than white person.
That's worse. Yeah,
That's mad.
But
that's
then-
worse.
Wait,
That's-
wait,
you're
wait,
saying-
wait, hold on a second.
Yeah.
If that's worse, then that's exactly what you've been doing with women your whole life.
How though? I don't understand.
Well, you don't really associate with black women. You're really hanging around with white chicks, aren't
Oh,
you?
yeah.
No,
You're
because
strictly dating
You're
white
not,
girls.
that's why I say you're not actually pro.
no, because I've again.
Wait,
This
what?
is boring. I've had Nigerian exes. No, I haven't
No.
only gone for white girls.
Exes?
Yeah,
Wait.
and my
Sorry,
friends,
sorry.
and my friends, and my friends. I've got a lot of my black. I roll with black people. What do you mean?
No.
No, but the
Little
girls,
circle.
the girls though.
Looks like
they-
just
No, what I'm
girls.
saying,
specifically.
okay, listen, that's what I'm saying. Let's cut the crap.
Yeah,
Let's free the realness,
yeah.
as we say.
Looks like just girls. Yeah, go on.
No, I'm talking about basically. This post has
Yeah.
said you can't be pro-black
Yeah.
if you've got a white missus.
Yeah.
Right? I'm doing the maths.
Yeah.
It's not adding up. You've had basically a history, a long CV
Yeah.
of strictly basically one race.
Yeah.
Right? Which suggests that you're not really open to that or these people or a certain culture qualifying.
Yeah, I'll be.
They don't really get
yeah.
past the first stage.
To be honest, I don't give a shit about this Don. I don't give a shit about what he's saying. I don't care. You know them ones there.
Does it not strike
we're in
you as
2022.
slightly counter-
No, it doesn't, bro. We're in
Okay.
2022.
Okay.
People want to pick like holes in anything.
No, I hear
don't
you.
give
Do you know
a
what it
shit
is? though?
what
Let's be
people
real. though.
say.
You should have just said
Let's be
to
real,
make.
I don't give a
Like,
shit.
should have moved on from this year. 'Cause
No, I'm
basically,
moving on.
I would say that you're not pro-black.
What do you mean I'm not pro-black?
Because I always see
What do you mean
pro-black
I'm
as like
pro-black?
Malcolm X, right? You're not pro-black.
No, but I wouldn't.
A pro-black. Do you know what? The funny,
wrong
the
there?
fu-
Wait,
I know what you're saying. Yeah, I
The
know
funny-
what's-
the
but
funny
I-
thing
I
is, man,
support-
to
I
be
want it, yeah.
truly pro-black,
Yeah,
right,
what's go on.
then I'm sorry to say this,
Yeah.
but you would have a black wife. You would.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
To be truly black?
Do you know
Yeah,
who?
I-
Do you
I
know
think
who is?
so.
Do you
Yeah.
know
It's gonna be
who's
true.
the most pro-black guy we know on the internet, bro? What's his name?
Dr.
Dr. Umar.
His ex was white
No,
though.
they're trying to
What?
tarnish his name.
No,
He
bro.
goes,
No.
he goes,
That's
he
fake
goes, he
news,
goes,
bro.
fake news. He said, I have not been with nobody.
He's white.
He said, like,
Do you know what? Do you know what? This is why I say you lot get sucked into the internet so
No,
much.
he's
man.
entertaining.
No,
man.
but yeah,
He's-
but
I find him
you
entertaining.
lot get sucked into the internet because even like I'll
no,
give
but
you an
that's a good
example.
point. Ultimately, if you,
No,
Answer,
CJ,
bro.
man, CJ. That's
Look
not
at-
the
look
internet.
At, yeah, but look
If
at
you
look
haven't-
at Dave.
if you-
Look at Dave for example.
What?
Dave,
Dave?
yeah, Dave is arguably a lot of people say is pro-black. Yeah, pro-black. Dave the rapper.
Sometimes
oh, because of that song he made black.
He is seen as pro-black. Now people did their research, did their homework on the internet.
Right.
Yeah,
And he's got an
She's like-
Albanian
Dave started
missus. or
pulling
something.
out receipts.
She's like
He's
an
like,
Egyptian
wait,
thing,
what?
so-
What's this Egypt? Dave, you said black. You said black is beautiful.
She's like a mix. She was like
he
a
got
mixed
he got
sister.
he got cancelled. Yeah, he got
she was
cancelled
black.
because his missus is not black.
No, she's
And I'm saying-
Albanian.
Albanian, that's it.
not black though, bro. Do you get it? So I'm trying to say to you, I'm trying to say to you,
So you know.
I'm trying to say to
I'm
you,
trying to
bro,
say to you,
you're being delusional right now.
what Albanian?
No, again, you can't really
I'm confused.
come out. It's like, you know, there's certain artists that have worked out, especially in the UK
Yeah.
of late, that you can get a lot of credibility from including black women in videos where before you're not really about,
Yeah.
you're not really needed for this, right? People are starting to, at least in the public eye, look at relationships like that.
Yeah.
And for you to be truly about what you say you're about,
Yeah.
if you are pro us, then you have to have that by your side. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you are going to be cancelled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, like I
I
said,
don't
yeah.
think any of us are pro. I don't think anyone's pro.
So like I said, I'm happy to be cancelled by people that think like that, but I don't give a shit.
Well, look, put it like this. Put it like
I don't
this.
give a shit.
We are all the same, or all these things are getting sent to the group, right?
Yeah.
Whereby if you were big or blew up
Yeah.
online
Yeah.
and made it to what's that guy on TikTok's name?
Yeah, I know
What's
what
his
you're
name?
saying now.
Oh, Cabby.
Yeah, so you made it to that level,
Yeah.
and you get photographed with your wife.
Yeah, people cancel.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
will,
That's
you will
bad,
be
isn't it?
on
Yeah,
Made You Think 101.
It happened to
Yeah?
Murder Comedian.
Yeah, but I know.
Facts.
It happened to Murder Comedian.
Which I got to say, personally, I thought that was disgraceful.
Yeah, yeah. But
So,
he,
who are you to do that?
I didn't understand it because he's got white misses.
Well, no, he's doing that because he knows he's got a mainly black audience, and they're all going to respond.
yeah. So
And they're going to respond in a way where it's like, oh, he sold out. And blah, blah, blah.
Well,
That's what he's doing.
He hid that relationship for 10 years though.
I don't think it's just because he's white. I'm not gonna lie. I think they were having a go at her as well based on looks.
Yeah, I
Sadly.
think so as well.
I don't think it was just a white thing.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was the level
Oh,
of
so it wasn't
looks.
to do with her being white.
It was a bit, and I think to do with how she looked, I think, which is sad as well.
Sadly,
Bro.
yeah.
Did you assume he had a black missus, didn't you?
Me, I don't assume anything, bro. Like, I don't really care. Like,
don't care.
I rate Murder Comedian as a comedian. Do your thing, what you want to do on the side. I rate Kanye as Kanye.
Yeah.
If he wants to talk up the
Right,
madness on the
again,
side, I don't
again,
care.
right?
Kim
Let's
Kardashian at
let's
the
just
time.
look at this from the perspective of people who are looking at not Mo the comedian, but
Black man.
the black,
Yeah.
who is the black leader, who is the
Yeah.
leader
No,
of
but
our
who
community.
made
If
Mo
I'm-
the
if
comedian the
I'm-
black leader?
No,
Like,
I'm
what-
not saying
what's
he
going
is.
on
What
there?
I'm saying is the way you're saying I'm rating him and his missus and da da da.
I didn't say that.
Or what?
I said I rate him as a comedian.
Okay, you rate him as a comedian.
Yeah.
Now, that's as a fan, as an
Yeah.
audience member watching. So what I'm trying to say is the analogy is I'm watching my black leaders in the community, and I'm going to judge them. And who is my favourite? And if I choose CJ Obi as my favourite black leader,
Yeah.
and I find out that he's got a white missus called Louise who cooks fish fucking fingers
That
and
sounds
chips
like a you
and don't know
problem.
how to do...
That sounds like a you problem, bro.
No, it
And that
doesn't
sounds
all
like a
add
problem.
up.
It's sad that that's
It doesn't
but-
all add up.
and also it's sad that everyone
No,
puts
no.
everyone
I know.
puts these
I know.
artists and these
sad
people,
that
these
it's
famous
like
people on a pedestal. Like, they're not your people to look up to. They're not your leaders. They're not nothing. Man, is just they're from our end. That should be even more
I
of
mean, no, he's
something
raised
for
a
you
good
to-
point. You know, it's really
What?
sad that it's like that, though. As in, like,
Of course
if you
it's
become
sad.
really successful and rich,
People will come
it's
for
mad
you.
how like, and you're not even asking for it, and you might not even be pro
Bro.
black. They're like, oh, CJ Obi is a billionaire.
Fact,
He's
yeah.
got 100 million properties. He's done this in.
You
in
will
the
be
city.
judged.
No, I know.
You will be judged.
I don't think they would. I don't think they would do that with
No, but
CJ.
what I'm saying is
They will.
naturally,
It's facts.
Naturally,
No,
because
it's
people
not,
see
bro.
CJ is a billionaire,
They will.
and they're
Bro.
seeing all the success he's done in
But-
London. Yeah,
yeah.
naturally,
Bro.
younger black kids and stuff. Will
No,
start looking
that's
at
not
CJ,
true,
right?
man.
And it's just mad. It's not all of them, but
No, I was
some will
going
be
to say
like,
not all of them. And the
them.
ones that don't,
Bro,
they're the ones that I
There's
care
bare
about. The
people
rest I
that
don't give
cut
a shit
through
about,
that
yeah.
date white women that
Yeah.
no one talks about because you only get talked about if you let people. Like, if you're out there like Mo the comedian and you're allowed to
Can you
be
give
joked on.
examples? Can you give examples?
Jamie Foxx, he dates Katie Holmes. He's been dating her for years now. No one cares. He lets him cut through.
People did care about that.
No, who
I
cares,
remember
bro?
People were like, "Raw, why is he?" No, I remember clearly.
Bro, listen,
Everyone will
man.
get
People can cut
Listen,
through,
I
man.
hate to tell you this, right?
I hate to say it. A
You're
lot of
lying to
people get questioned,
yourselves.
yeah. I know they
You're
will.
lying to
I know.
yourselves if you don't think that the black community will be disappointed when
No, I
they find
agree.
out that your
I
missus
agree.
is
I
white.
agree. My point is I don't care, but I
That's
agree.
mad.
Yeah, of course you don't.
Yeah,
care.
I don't care. But I do agree that's a thing, yeah. And I just got,
It's sad
I've got
though, it's
to
like
accept,
that.
yeah. Because I can't say that. Obviously, I love my wife. I can't say, no, sorry, I'm not with you because you're not. I'm not really into that thing.
What about us though, Hugh? Like, obviously us, we're mixed race men, yeah. Like me, I get ratings. I meet a lot of black women out. Meet a lot of like they rate my missus. They obviously she knows our culture. She gets along with everyone. People, I've never got hate about the woman I'm dating.
No, it's more.
Is it different?
It's more
'cause of us?
acceptable for us.
Okay.
Because
because
you're mixed, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you
you
not
know
know
that,
about
bro.
that? You must know
If
about
you-
that. When you're
come on,
You
mixed.
must know about that one.
You know that. You know that.
That's
what I say
mad
to you.
though. Like,
It's still like certain places and times it's still looked at as just black, but generally it's not the same.
It's a real
so
thing.
it's a
that-
peak one for
He's
you.
gone for the
It's a
full
real.
contrast.
No,
black and white.
who's-
they're like
who's freeing it?
opposites?
No,
yeah?
who-
You're like black.com.
Who is
yeah,
is
the
freeing
boots, the Tims.
What,
you mean
what he
he's a
is-
fetish?
yeah, what
He's a
he
fetish
was
thing.
saying, I know, but my response has always been, I don't care. Like I've made my bed.
This
Yeah.
is the
I've made
thing,
my
right?
bed.
It's like
there's spare room.
for you,
Yeah.
that's fine. And
Yeah.
what I'm just trying to put together is like, there's nothing wrong with that. Just the same way as there's nothing wrong with a black guy voting Conservative.
No, I agree.
That's the way they choose.
I agree.
to live.
I agree.
Yeah,
No, but and that's what I'm saying.
that's
I've
true.
grown up now and
That's
accepted
facts.
that. What Kanye did was 5 years ago. At the time, I felt a certain way. I've done a lot of growing up in 5 years. I can say I know black dons that are Tory. Do you see what I mean?
Or if they've got money, they're Tory.
So I get.
So you
it.
Tory? You got
I'm
money?
not Tory. I'm not.
Then
Tory.
you don't have money.
I don't think all
If you
black
don't-
Tories.
if-
I don't think all
That's a
black.
big
Bro,
point, you know. That's a
listen,
big point.
listen,
all
listen
black
to it
people
like
are
this.
Tories.
Yeah, either you don't understand money,
Yeah.
or you don't have it. Otherwise, you'd be a Tory.
That's
I
a
don't-
bad point.
Are you Tory then?
bro.
Man said, bro.
I vote,
Man's got a point.
no, I vote Greenpeace. Always have done.
I'm apolitical, lads.
Yeah,
So.
you could be.
No, I do. I vote Green. I vote green.
that's fine.
I'm not
And-
ashamed to say it. It's a wasted vote, but
Yeah.
you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously, big news. RD's released a song.
Jeez, talk
Stay
to us,
with
man.
me sample.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Put it out tonight, innit? Well,
It's out.
Sunday now.
Okay.
Ironic, though.
Stay with.
You said you had a busy week though.
Basically, he shot 2 videos, innit?
Okay.
And I'm in a clip where I'm coming out of the calf.
Yeah.
And we like
Are you in
say
this
what
video?
going. That's why I don't know. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, are you like?
I don't know
embrace-
because they were
embrace.
like, I think I'm at the end of the next video that connects with this one, but Stay With Me is playing in the calf. So I think this one follows on to the next one. I really didn't think it made sense. No offense to the directors because they're great at what they do, but how they explained it to me, I was like, surely it would make sense for me to be in this video.
Yeah.
So I think I'm in the next one, which I think drops in a few days, but
What do you mean the next one for the same song?
different song.
it's-
But like it carries on from this video. He goes into the calf at the end. I think he's in the calf. It comes into the calf,
And
and
then you're
then
in the
Stay
next
With
one.
Me is playing, and I'm in it. I'll spud him. We
Yeah.
keep moving like I'm passing the torch or whatever.
Oh.
But it would have made more sense for me to be in this.
Yeah.
because it's my
Stay
sample.
with me. But, yeah, but they're trying to.
When's the next
Anyway,
video
yeah.
out?
Keep it moving. I think keep it going on.
When's the next video out, man?
That's what I don't know, bro. I just done my thing and I kept it moving, man. Honestly, yeah. Like I said to you, bro, I've had a mad week. Have you man ever had a week where you're just unmotivated?
Bro, that's something to talk like. Is it a thing? Because you're independent now. We can
Independent.
say.
Yeah, no,
Is
we
it
can
like
say it now.
Why have you had a mad week? You said you had a bad day or something.
No,
just
I
like-
just had a mad day today. Obviously, I feel like yeah, when things are going good for me, a lot of bad stuff happening. My mum's been in hospital. Been dealing with that. We've had worse news recently. Obviously, I won't say it publicly, but I've been dealing with that. And then obviously, I've left my management team, and they've been on to me, talking about going to court. And I won't say too much about that. And
Mad.
kind of things get a bit messy, and then like I was meant to do a studio session with an artist. I'm not going to name his name, but an artist that I really was ready to work with and do something big with. I had big plans on. He didn't turn up.
Machiavelli.
He didn't turn up. He didn't even let me know what happened or anything. And things like that just ruined my whole week. This whole week I've been like, I'm staying in bed all day.
You know what?
I've stayed in bed every day.
I will say one
Yeah,
thing,
bro,
bro.
I've
I'll
had
say
enough,
one
bro.
thing, and this will make you feel better. For some reason, I don't know what it is, yeah, but and it happens with good news as well. But for some reason, when things happen, it kind of tends to come in threes. Like you
Facts.
get one
Good.
bit of bad news, then another bit, and then bang, the hat trick's complete. And the same with good
Yeah,
things.
it's very bad
like,
things.
I don't know why, bro. Like I told you about me the last fortnight.
What was the third bad
I've
thing
had
you
like-
got? Because you only had 2.
Bro, I've had bro.
Maybe
yeah.
had two.
No, there's even if it's something little, there'll be.
Yeah.
It was technically it's two situations where 2 deals that were supposed to go through. Technically, that's 2 separate. That's 2
Oh,
things.
that's the third.
Come
Yeah,
on, bro,
then-
2 separate things.
So
Oh,
what?
yeah, yeah,
You've been
yeah.
in bed all week.
Yeah, because I just been unmotivated, bro. It's been one of them weeks. Obviously, my miss has been just trying to shake it out of me. I go honestly. I don't know whether I'm diagnosed with anything, but I go through funks, bro. Like the minute someone shakes me out of I've been on a run since January 1st. I've been motivated. I've been doing everything. I've been everywhere. I've showed my face everywhere, and I've been that person that's like, I'm gonna be ironic and be happy to everyone and be social. And then I got to a point where someone knocked me down. I'm like, F everyone, bro. Like, I can't be bothered. I'm not doing the industry thing anymore. F everything. I'm done with music after this year. Whatever happens, happens. It's not the best place for me to be in because honestly, I was on a roll before this. But one little thing happened, bro, and it just ruined my whole mood.
You can
bro,
shake that
honestly.
off though, can't you? You can shake that off.
Hopefully, but it's just one thing after the other,
You know
bro.
what's mad? Yeah, I've already written March off. I've already said March is a lock off, bro.
That's
Because I
what
already
I'm
know it's
saying.
gonna be. I'm moving into because I know.
March the
bro,
4th.
No, but you know what? It's mad political. I'm moving into this new place. It's messy. I've got all of these fucking deposits.
But do you know
all
what
this-
lock off means to him though? It means him actually staying in with his missus in the house.
Oh,
that's what he's saying.
doing nothing.
Which is what a lot of normal people do. You go out too much, so you're now just
Maybe.
living normal.
But what I'm saying to you, ironic, is that come April, like, do you see?
Yeah,
It's
things
like
are
you-
looking back up.
or even
It's
when-
all in
or
my
even
head,
next-
bro.
for you next week, like, do you know what I mean?
No, bro, it's all in my head because like
it's
bare
turbulence.
good things are
Yeah.
going on, but at the same time I'm thinking, nah, it's all ruined because I had everything planned out. The one artist didn't come to the studio, violated me, disrespected me, not turning up when I had this all planned out. Next thing comes, labels are trying to bring me to court, and I'm just like, right, maybe I should just be a estate agent or do a normal job where man ain't trying to violate my respect every day, bro. Like that's how I feel it is with being self-employed and being a musician. Like I don't know if it's the same in your world, but like being a musician, it's like up and then down. You're up, everything's going good. Down, everyone's like violating you and then people taking a piss out of you. And because I'm a nice guy, I let it run a lot, bro. But I got to a point where I'm like, I've had enough of it, you know? But it's only March, bro.
It's only March. That's why this podcast is beautiful, you know? I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Well, therapy.
It is
I
a
do
way
feel like that because
I
this
can-
made me feel
yeah,
better, to be fair.
vent, yeah, vent, just vent
Vibes
there.
in, vibes in.
And I spoke to Ayo this week. I said to him, bro, it's mad, yeah, because every time I've had like real success, there's always been mad stuff going on behind the
Is that what
scenes.
Ayo said?
I told
you said,
Ayo agreed because he's got stuff going on as well.
Yeah.
Not, you know, what I mean, not to put his business out, but like when I was at my peak, I remember my mum kicking me out of the house, and it's like when you get good things,
There's always
it's all,
something
people think it's all
out.
good
Yeah,
and
yeah.
green, but it's always mad stuff going on. So I don't know, bro. I just had enough, man.
I think we've all got the heart of a warrior, though. That's why I say, that's why this podcast bangs, because we'll always find a way. We'll always flip L's into W's.
I say the setbacks, you know, you
Minor
can't let them
setbacks,
get
major
to you.
comebacks.
Major comebacks usually, but I'm honestly at a point where I'm kind of like at the end of my career, man.
Major comeback
Musically.
coming, bro.
I've had enough,
What?
man.
Hold on.
I've had enough, bro.
How can you say that when that tune just dropped right now?
Exactly, just now.
Yeah, but that's not my tune. Fair play to RD.
No.
respect,
No,
innit?
then that's gonna get people calling you, bro. That will get you.
Yeah,
right.
but bro, like it has nothing to do with me, man. He done his thing, innit?
It has
I leave it
everything to
down. I leave it down to the.
No.
Leave it down to
you. What you on about?
Leave it to
Snap
the
out,
new
man.
generation, man.
Bro,
Leave it to the new-
Swear to God,
Leave it to
bro,
the new
you need a-
generation.
Bro, I've
You
always
need
said
a-
this is gonna be your best year.
Listen, you need to
We said
slap,
that.
bro.
This
It's
is what I
your best
mean.
year.
This is
You
what I
need a
mean,
slap.
bro.
You need a slap, ironic.
It's
But
gonna
said
be-
nothing to do with me.
This
The
is
maddest
the-
thing is, right, if you think that your music career is over, what hope is there for tracks? With this fucking album of the year. Where are we? Give me the update. Come on, where are we?
Big Tracks album 2022. 10 tracks.
Yeah, we're fucking 3 months in, mate. Where are we?
It's going to be the greatest album of all time. No,
quarter
honestly, it's going to
quarter
be.
of the way through the year. Not a
And
track.
one thing I'll
not
give,
one
I'll
track,
I'll
really.
leak a little bit. It's going to be a lot of melody. Melodies that some people have never heard.
Listen,
New melodies.
Bro,
You know
what's
what
his name?
melodies?
Is it
yeah?
little?
Give me
little
time.
TJ.
Oh yeah.
Little TJ.
Melody. No, I'm clear. Clarity.
Okay, wait. So just
Got
for,
melodies.
just for clarity, actually, what's the orange yellow thing that you're doing with?
Yeah,
your
what is
profile?
that?
What's that about?
Vibes in. Vibes in.
Have you got new music on the way then?
Yeah.
Okay.
That might be the cover of the album.
Okay,
We don't
okay,
know what's going
okay,
on.
Okay, cool.
But music's
Do
dropping.
you know what's going on?
Yeah. Melodies and flows. So Reese West got sent for, yeah?
Oh, Reese.
Reese West got sent for by Don Dons.
Why did he just?
Reese got
Reese
sent by who?
Reese.
What's his name? Cadell, Wiley's brother.
Cadell. Big up my
Listen,
brother
yeah, he
Cadell.
did.
Cadell's
Sent for.
shit. It's
No,
lyrically shit.
Oh, bro, man, say Cadell
Ironic
shit.
rates him. Ironic
No,
Cadell's-
well, I've worked with Cadell many a times. I got songs that are unreleased. He's cold, and so is Reese West. Two cold MCs.
Reese could spin him in
No,
more.
Cadell's
Hold
actually
on,
good.
wait,
You
wait,
heard
wait.
him?
No,
He's from
You got
Wiley's.
splinters in your ass.
What does that mean?
Nah, bro. I'll be real, bro. Cadell's not great, bro.
He
He's
comes
not
from
great.
Wiley. He's Wiley's brother.
Do you
How
like?
can he not be good?
Wait, do you
does
like
that
his
mean?
flow? Do you like the way he raps?
He raps
Do you
like
like-
Wiley,
Does
bro.
rap a bit like Wiley.
It's similar to Wiley. If you don't like him, you don't like
Wiley's a little
Wiley.
bit better, I think.
Wiley's
Obviously,
way better,
bro.
way
He's
better.
MC for all his life.
I don't like the way Cadell raps.
If you don't like Cadell, you don't like Wiley, then, bro.
No, that's nonsense.
No.
It's facts, bro. It's facts. It's facts.
Oh shit!
It's
Nah,
facts.
bro.
He looks up to his brother. You
I
can
just
tell.
think-
He's
No,
trying
you
to
can
do
tell,
the,
yeah.
He's got the Wiley kind of.
Bro, he's played me
Cadell's
some
cold,
other
bro.
guy's response, and that guy spun him as well.
Oh, who's that? Novelist.
Have you not heard?
Novelist and Cadell.
No, what's his name? What's the guy's name? PK.
Oh, PK.
Did you see
Yeah,
his response?
yeah. I've seen
I
that.
said Trinidadian. What? What's it? I got the
video
Trinidadian
is-
flavor.
I need to
The
see
video
Reese.
is
Where's
a little
Reese
bit
though?
mad.
Time is, you know.
No,
what I'm
Reese,
saying?
Reese,
Reese has got
Time
the-
is,
Reese
you
has
know
got
what I'm
the-
saying, Reese.
Premiere.
Huh?
It'll be out now.
Okay.
Well, by the time this is live, it'll be out.
Okay.
yeah.
It will spin him lyrically, but then the
Reese
thing
is
is,
cold.
Cadell will do a response, and then it gets to a point where it's like, do you know what? Are we just gonna box?
No,
man
we're
or
not
what?
responding anymore.
Well,
One
there's
response-
no
it's
responding,
one
yeah.
response and out.
Yeah, then I'm
Come on.
out.
We've got no time for.
I'm not sure what you might saying about people saying your name bare times on track. Like,
Yes, violation.
I'm looking
It's
to
mad.
I'm looking
It's
to
very
box,
mad.
man. But
Very mad.
No, I've had bad people say my name, bro.
It's grime though.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
no.
Grime is like this. Grime
Yes.
is very
Yeah.
personal.
It's a sport. It's a
But
sport.
where did
Well,
it
I don't
come
know.
from?
You know
Did
what
they
the-
have issues before or not?
I think other people. I don't really know. The
Oh,
answer.
okay.
Well, I just hear the tracks. I mean, oh my god, he sent for me.
I guess this is why you gotta rate Stormzy a bit because he boxed Cadell in the face. Yeah, but he's doing diss tracks, but
From the
fair
scene.
play to him. He's still boxing a few man. When he sees
yeah.
you, he's boxing
I
you.
need to
Which
box
He's
Cadell.
boxed
I
Cadell.
find-
Yeah, he's boxed
yeah,
Cadell.
boxed
When was
Cadell.
I didn't know
He's
that
boxed
one.
Cadell.
I mean, so like, all these people have got it on their track.
Yeah, he's boxed
Everybody.
Cadell, yeah. He's boxed Cadell, but also, I know it's not people, don't people
Box
agree with
Chip.
it. He also
Box
went
Chip.
to Chip's yard and
Yeah,
said,
he
yo,
did,
come
yeah.
down.
He didn't touch shit.
Yo,
but it was ready
he's
for
ringing
smoke.
on the
He was
doorbell,
ready
or
for smoke.
doorbells,
No,
bro.
Yeah, but
He was ready for
Storms has
smoke.
always been
Bailiff
on
He's
his
ready
way.
for smoke.
Yeah, bailiff. He said on a bailiff one.
Bailiff thing.
He said on a bailiff one.
Oh.
Bro, if man's coming to your door knocking doors, that's almost like you boxed me. That's almost like you boxed me.
He's ready for
Why are you
smoke,
ringing
yeah.
my bell?
He came with goons as well. He came
And
Turned
that
up with the
was-
goons,
yeah,
all blacked out.
But that's why I like my
Not even
Stormzy.
white
Stormzy's
socks.
on. Stormzy's
No
not
sports
on
socks
mic.
available, just blacked out
Yeah,
with
but
a
the thing
sock.
is,
All in the Lamborghini Urus.
It's a W. It's a
But the thing
W.
is, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
It's a
saying.
W, yeah,
Eventually,
it's
it's like you have to maybe physically, you know.
nah, North London, man, we just MC, bro. Like,
Okay.
I mean, like,
MC
if you are you better than me at MC or not?
That's why Chips on the MC thing. And Stormzy said, "Open up, I'm downstairs."
MC.
I said, "No, behind the sofa."
MC with me, but we grew up on Wiley and you know what I'm saying, Gets and Crazy Titch.
Oh, Wiley's been in fights. And
Bars. Yeah. No, but Wiley's a mic man. Where's the bars, bro? And Cadell's on the same thing, so we're waiting for Reese. Time's up.
Reese will. I think Reese.
Remember, this goes out on Sunday.
Oh,
I
sorry.
think, I think Reese will spin him lyrically.
Reese
I'm
is
gonna
cold,
back
bro.
Reese.
Oh, is it?
I'm gonna back him.
So what
Yeah.
we saying, Reese?
You know
obviously.
what? Reese
I've
has-
heard it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Reese has stepped it up this year, man.
Can we get an
I've heard it.
exclusive? What, we can't play a little teaser?
He stepped
He
it up.
don't, don't have the files, bro.
Now, do you know what it is? I can't play it because Ironic's an op.
Oh, no. Me
it's
and Reese
your
are
team-
brothers.
your
You're
bro.
not,
team
bro, you're not.
Cadell.
Reese is my brother.
No,
bro.
you said Cadell's your guy in the group.
Cadell's my guy.
You said you ran with
I
Cadell.
can't give out info like that.
No,
bro.
obviously
Come on.
Cadell's
I
my
know you'll be
brother,
tweeting
and
about
obviously
it.
Reese is
WhatsApp.
my brother, isn't it?
You'll see it tonight, bro. The
Oh.
exclusive drops tonight.
Tonight. What time is it?
Tonight.
Hey.
Jeez.
Anyway, listen, it's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you've enjoyed the podcast. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you are new. Drop us a like as well and catch us on your favourite audio podcasting platform. For now, though, we've been
For the people.
people.